Say that again. Okay, so in problems based on quadratic equations, you have so many different type of questions. The first type of questions is based on numbers. Then you have based on time and work. How is time and work related to each other? Okay, how much work is done and how much time? Now, are they directly proportional or are they inversely proportional? Like if you see number of people working and the time it takes to complete a certain work. If the number of people increase, the time taken to complete the work will
That is inversely proportional.
inversely proportional. If there are more people doing the job, they will take less time, right? So these questions,
Yes.
time and work are inversely proportional. Okay. So that is the only questions in this which are inversely proportional. I mean, there are some maybe, but these are the most important type of inversely proportional questions. Then you have problems on geometrical figures, and the geometrical figure that you have is a triangle. Okay, so you'll have to find sides, make equations out of the sides. In that, you'll be using the hypotenuse and sides. What formula is there regarding the sides of a triangle? Pythagoras theorem. So you'll be using the Pythagoras theorem over here. Then problems based on distance, speed, and time. So what is that formula? Speed is equal to distance upon time. And they're the most commonly asked questions from this chapter. And lastly, you have age problems. Yeah, I don't know where that is. Age problem. So age problem means father is this old, the son is this many years younger to the father, and after these many years, what will be their ages? Like that. Okay. So age-based questions, they are also very important in this chapter. Yeah, so that comes in miscellaneous. So the most important questions from this chapter is age problems and speed problems. Okay. Anyway, before doing all of that, we have to do the simple questions, that is the number problems and all that. So we'll begin with the number problems. Okay. Let's directly start with the question. Okay, first question. The product of two consecutive integers is 56. Find the integers. What's the meaning of consecutive integers? Consecutive means next to each other. Okay. So how will you represent consecutive integers using x? First integer, first integer will take it as x, and the second integer will take it as what? X plus 1. Don't use y. You have to use one variable only, right? This whole chapter is using one variable. Quadratic equation has only x, not x and y. Why are we taking x plus 1, Aman? Consecutive means what? Next to each other. For example, 20 and 21, 17 and 95 and 96, right? Those are consecutive numbers. So say x is 95. So x plus 1 will be 95 plus 1, 96. You understand? Yeah. So this is how we represent consecutive integers. Before we go ahead, how do you represent consecutive even numbers? Consecutive even numbers. Give me some examples of consecutive even numbers. Huh? Give me some examples first. 2, 4.
4, 6, 8.
6 and 8. 26 and 28. Right. So consecutive even numbers, how will we represent them? The first number will take it as x. The next number will take it as x plus 2. The next number will take it as
X plus 4.
4, and so on. You can take how many ever is asked in the question. Next, you have consecutive odd numbers. Okay, how do we represent consecutive odd numbers? Again, first number will take it as x.
Then x plus 1. Then x plus 3.
Wait. The first number is x. Example of x 7. What's the next odd number? 9. So that is x plus
1.
It will be 2 only. Because 7 plus 2 is 9, right? Next one will be x plus 4. That is 7 plus 4. 11. You understand? So odd numbers and even numbers you are representing using the same variables. X plus 2, x plus 4, and so on. Okay. Okay, just write the chapter's name and just write down this much first before doing the first question. Done? Okay, now this question. The product of two consecutive integers is 56. Find the integers. How will you convert this into an equation? So consecutive integers, so first integer will take it as x, second integer will take it as x plus 1. And the product of these two is 56. Product means what? Multiplication. So if you multiply these two, that means x into x plus 1. We will get 56.
X square plus X.
Yeah, so this is your quadratic equation. You simplify this. So x into x and x into 1. Solve this equation, everyone, and tell me what is x. What? Any doubt, Ivan? Leah? How do you solve this? X into x, x square, plus x into 1, x. Then take the 56 to the left, so minus 56 equal to 0. See, you got a quadratic equation. X square, x and number term. So you have to split this x term. Sum is what? 1. Product is minus 56. So what are your two numbers?
Seven eight are 56.
Hmm.
7 8 are.
Yes, correct. So what? Plus 7, minus 7, plus 8, what is it?
Minus 7 plus 8.
Minus 7 plus 8 or 8 minus 7?
Yes.
7 is 1 and 8 into 7 is minus 56. So x square plus 8x minus 7x minus 56 equal to 0. Write down. This is not your final answer. These are the values of x. Now you have to find the first integer and the second integer. So the first integer is, or first number is x. That is minus 8. And the second number is x plus 1. That means minus 8 plus 1, which is minus 7. So this is one set of numbers. Your two numbers are minus 8 and minus 7. Or now if you take the second value of x, if you use the second value of x, then the first number is what? 7. And the second number, x plus 1. That is 7 plus 1, which is 8. You understand? So let's see if this works for your question. The product of two consecutive integers is 56. So see, the product of these, are they consecutive? Minus 8 and minus 7? They are consecutive
Yes.
to each other. And the product is what? You multiply them? 56. So that is one set of answers. The other set, x could be, the two numbers could be 7 and 8. 7 and 8 are consecutive. And when you multiply them, you're getting 56. Okay. So don't think your answer is minus 8 and plus 7. That is not your two numbers. Those are the two values of x. Your two numbers are when you substitute that value of x in your this first number and second number. That's why this is important to write in the beginning. First number you took it as x. Second number you take it as x plus 1. Okay, complete this and then do the second one. Sum of squares of two consecutive natural numbers is 41. Anyone got the equation? Sum of squares of two consecutive natural numbers. Okay, so first number we'll take it as what? First number x. Okay, second number x plus 1. Consecutive natural numbers, right? Yeah. Now sum of their squares. Okay, the first number square plus the second number square is 41. Understood? First number is x. So x square plus x plus 1 whole square. Do you understand? The sum. Sum means what? Addition. Addition of what? Of the squares. The squares of what? Squares of two consecutive numbers. So x and x plus 1 are the consecutive numbers. You understand how we got the equation? See, these sums have two parts. The first part is getting the equation, where you have to use your brain, think. Second part is where you have to solve the quadratic equation. There you need practice how to solve it fast. Okay. All right. So write this down, solve it, and tell me the answer.
So we have to use a plus b formula for x plus 1.
Yes. Okay, those of you who didn't get it, please see how I'm solving the second question. So x square plus, now x plus 1 whole square is in the form of a plus b whole square. So if you're applying a plus b whole square, that is a square plus 2ab, that is 2 into x into 1, that's 2x, plus b square, that is 1 square, which is 1, equal to 41. Then x square plus x square is 2x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 41. So that is 2x square plus 2x minus 40 is equal to 0. Now what I see most of you did not do is you do not divide this equation with 2. This equation can be made smaller. So all the numbers are divisible by 2. So if you do that, you'll get x square plus x minus 20 is equal to 0. It's not that if you do this, you'll get it wrong, but just that the numbers will be slightly bigger. Okay. So here we are able to divide it by 2. Okay. So sum is this coefficient of x, that is 1. And the product is 1 into minus 20, that is minus 20. So your two numbers here will be what? One has to be plus, one has to be minus, because the product is negative. So what we can add? 5 minus 4, right? 5 minus 4 is 1, and plus 5 into minus 4 is minus 20. So you have x square plus 5x minus 4x minus 20 is equal to 0. So x is common from the first two terms. So x into x plus 5. And then from the next terms, 4 is common. So that is x plus 5, right? Because minus 4 into plus 5 is minus 20 equal to 0. So we have x minus 4 into x plus 5 equal to 0. So x is equal to 4 or x is equal to minus 5. Okay. So now if you take 4 as the x, then the second number is 4 plus 1, which is 5. That's your first set of numbers, 4 and 5. The second set of numbers is, if you take x as minus 5, then second number will be minus 5 plus 1, which is minus 4. Okay. So the numbers are 4
Done,
and
Anna.
or minus 5 and minus 4. This should be a final answer. Write down. I skipped that step where I'm substituting the value of 4 in this first number, second number. I did that in the previous one, no? Like this. Same way you have to do it even here. Okay, did anyone understand the third question? All right, listen. The find the two natural numbers which differ by 5 and the sum of whose squares is 97. So differ by 5. In the previous questions, they were consecutive. Consecutive means if one is x, the other is x plus 1. They differ by how much? 1. Consecutive numbers differ by 1. Here they differ by 5, which means if one number is x, what's the next number?
X plus 5.
X plus 5. Understand? So those are your two numbers. And the sum of their squares is 97. When you add those two squares, same like how we added here, squares, x square plus x plus 5 whole square will be equal to 97. You understood? Homework. Third question, homework. You understood, right? Okay. We'll go to the next one then. You can write a hint if you want. I don't want to give you too much hint. I want you to think because this chapter is about thinking, right? Any questions based on like word problems is all about thinking and doing. Okay. There's one more chapter which comes later on where you have to think a lot. You know which chapter is that? Mensuration, volume and surface area. Okay. That chapter you have to think the most. Okay. So get used to thinking by doing this chapter. Okay. Let's do the fourth question. Fourth question is quite easy. You try to tell me what the equation will be. And you said and. Or what? Now we're doing computer or what? Huh? What? Not digit. The sum of a number and its reciprocal is 4.25.
Two numbers added that the sum of that numbers is 4.25.
Sum of what?
The two numbers.
What are the two numbers?
We have to find that.
And what should we write over there? You can't just say I want to find it. You have to write something, no? X or something we need to write.
Yes.
Only one person got, no one else? The sum of a number. So what will take the number as? Number is
X.
x. And its reciprocal is what?
1 upon X.
Wait, Beryl. 1 upon x. Right, that's the reciprocal of x. Reciprocal means what, man? Now, this I cannot teach you. This you should know. Reciprocal means 1 upon. Okay. So the sum of these two is 4.25. Got it, everyone? Okay. Again, that's also homework. X plus, what's the equation, Aman? Equal to 4.25. Do you understand? I'm only giving the equation. You solve it at home. Okay. Getting the equation is the most important thing. Right. After that, solving, you have already learned in the previous chapter. Write this also as your homework. Just write the hint. Even the fifth is same like this. So I'm going to the sixth. Okay, you have to do all these questions at home. Write this much and then after that read the sixth question. Okay, what is sixth? Divide 15 into two parts such that the sum of their reciprocals is 3 upon 10. So let's see what is the first statement. What does it mean? Divide 15 into two parts. What does that mean? Give me an example. Divide 15 into two parts. Divide 15 into two parts. Huh? 7 plus 6, no, 7 plus 8. Hmm. Any other example? Dividing 15 into two parts. 7.5 plus 7.5. That is dividing into two equal parts. But here they have not said equal parts, right? So it can be anyhow. It can be 7 and 8, right? Any other way? Leah, tell me, divide 15 into two parts. Okay, 10 and 5. So we saw 7 and 8. We saw 7.5. Okay, I'm not writing that. Then we saw 10 and 5. Anyway, any other way to divide it into two parts? 14 and 1. Right. So we have divided in such a way that when we add them, we are getting 15. So remember, we are adding them. Even though the question says divide, we're not actually doing division here. Does it mean division? No, it's just that you're splitting that number 15 into two parts, such that when you add them, you will get 15. Is that clear? Yeah, we'll see the reciprocal part later on. Right now, we're only looking at that first statement. What's the first statement? Divide 15 into two parts. That's all we're looking at. Okay. Now, we can't use these numbers because we don't know how they're dividing it. So the first part, we'll take it as x. What will be the second part? Okay, good. Only she knows. Anyone else? If one part is taken, when did you teach this? Last year, no? I'm not worried, but you know it because you have learned it somewhere else. This is not the first time you're doing this. You have done this division, I think, in eighth or ninth. If the first part is x, what is the second part? Something new, right? So it is 15 minus x. How did we get this? See, you put any of these numbers here. Take x is equal to 14. All right. Suppose x is 14. Then 15 minus 14 is how much? 1, right? You saw that? So if you take the first number as x, the second number will be the total 15 minus x. Is that clear, everyone? Whenever they say divide something into two parts, always the first part you take it as x, and the second part you take it as the total minus x. Is that clear? All right. So we'll write over here. First part is what? X. Second part, what is that? Yeah, in this case, it is 15 minus x. Now we look at the rest of the question. Now, what is the rest of the question saying? Such that the sum of their reciprocals, is 3 upon 10. Now tell me the equation, Aman. I did the hard part for you. Tell the easy part. The sum of their reciprocals. Sum means addition. Addition of what?
Addition of first number and second number.
Reciprocal. Tell him, Leah. 1 upon x plus 1 upon 15 minus x. What is so hard? Reciprocal means you just put 1 upon Aman. I was what? Of what? Of what? Is means equal to. Equal to what? The sum of the reciprocals is 3 upon 10. Is it clear, everyone? Okay. Write down this and solve this. This is important here. Remember this and solve it. Okay. You remember you have to cross multiply this and all that to get a proper quadratic equation. Okay. Let's see how much time you'll take. You should not take more than 5 minutes. Ahmed, what's your answer? Ahmed,
Yes, sir.
what's your answer?
So I found the quadratic equation.
You got the quadratic equation. Okay, now you have to solve the quadratic equation
Yes,
and
so
find the
solve.
value of x. Anyone else got the quadratic equation? What is the quadratic equation?
Minus 3x squared plus 45x minus 150 is equal to 0.
45x minus 150. You can make this smaller. Divide the whole equation with minus 3. X
Yes,
squared
sir.
should be x squared should not be negative. It should be positive. First you add that x, then minus x plus 1x. That will become 0. You have minus x plus 1x. That is minus 1 plus 1. It's gone, no? That will become 0. Yeah. That also can add, no? 15x minus 2x is 13x. But I think you did something wrong. Show me. Divide by, you didn't do this upon, whole upon. Yes, here. You have tried it in every step. 15 x, 15 minus x plus 1x divided by x into, okay. It will be 15x minus x into x is what? Right, that is x plus x. X squared. So you should get, yeah, x squared. That's the thing. Yeah, so then you can't add those two because one is 15x, one is x squared. So only top you can add, these two will become 0. You have to multiply x into this, no? Yes. That means x into this whole thing, no? X is why? See, you're multiplying this into this, right? Yes. So are you multiplying x with only the 15? Yes, because there is no bracket. Who didn't put the bracket? It's not given in the question that they didn't put bracket, no. See, you should understand that you're multiplying this whole x with this whole thing, right? Yes. So then you have to put bracket, right? Otherwise, it's like only x with the 15. So should you multiply x with only the 15 or with the whole thing? So you have to put bracket. What's the answer? Ahmed, you got the final answer?
Yes, sir.
Check at the back of the book and tell me the answer. What's the answer you got? Tell what you got first.
The answer I got is minus, first number is -5 and other number is -10.
-5 and -10. They don't differ by 15. Oh, sorry. When you add it, you're still not getting 15 when you add them.
Anna, it's 5 and 10 values of
Yes,
x.
5 and 10. You said -5 and -10, Amit.
Oh, 5 and 10.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
What? The quadratic equation. What's the quadratic equation, Ahmed and Ryan?
So my quadratic equation is x square minus 15x plus 50.
Correct.
And now this two will cross multiply
Yeah.
and then
First x minus x is 0, right? This you cannot subtract. This is x term and x square term. It won't become 14x. They're two different terms. You can't add them. So it will remain as 15x minus x. Please ask your doubts quickly and clear them. Time is up long time ago.
I can change the ratio with that.
Shuffle which parts? Yes, yes. Plus and minus you can interchange them. But just keep the signs correct. It's not 3x squared. It's not 3x squared. It is minus 3x squared. Keep their signs also. Whatever sign is on the left side is the sign that belongs to it.
Anna, I sent you a photo.
Okay, Anna. Anna, when there's an equal to in between two fractions, you don't have to multiply the denominators. Look, I'm going to show you how we'll do this. Those of you who didn't get it, please watch. Okay, so 15 minus x into 1, that is 15 minus x, plus x into 1, that is x, whole divided by x into 15 minus x equal to 3 upon 10. This is the first cross multiplication when you have plus or minus in between. Okay, then after this, minus x plus x becomes 0. Yeah, so we have only 15 upon, here x into 15 is 15x minus x into x is what? X square equal to 3 upon 10. Before you cross multiply anything, first you solve it as much as you can. Okay, now here what sign do we have in the middle? What is the sign? Equal to. So when you have equal to, the cross multiplication is very simple. just cross, no denominator. So 15 into 10 equal to 3 into this whole thing. 3 into 15x minus x squared. No denominator. Okay, Anna? So for 15 into 10 is 150 equal to 3 into 15 is 45x minus 3 into x square is 3x squared. Okay. Now the x square is negative. So what we'll do, we'll take it on the other side. So that x square becomes positive. So then you will get 3x squared. 45x, when it goes on the left, it becomes minus 45x. And 150 is already on the left, will remain at 150. So this is your equation. Then this we can divide it with plus 3. The one got minus 3x. So we have to divide it with minus 3. But if you already got plus 3x, then you just divide it with 3. And then you will get this. Those of you who are still finding it hard to solve quadratic equations, by tomorrow, I want you to solve at least 10 or 15 questions from the previous chapter, solving quadratic equations. Aman, you're having a hard time. Leah, you're having a hard time. Hannah. Okay. You all need to solve your quadratic equations. Even Beryl. You're making mistake in linear equations. You can't subtract unlike terms, right? So just remember that, okay? Those of you who didn't finish, please finish it at home. You have the quadratic equation, you just have to solve it. See, after doing all this, we got the quadratic equation. That's the first half of the, it's not the first half. The first part is what? Getting this much. Then solving it and getting the quadratic equation, we can call it the second part. And then third part is solving the quadratic equation to find the values of x. Okay. So it's a long process. Okay. Now I'm going to do one more question. That is the question number 10. Till 10 is your homework. Everything till 10 is your homework. Okay. Look at question 10. The denominator of a positive fraction is 1 more than twice the numerator. If the sum of the fraction and its reciprocal is 2.9, find the fraction. You just have to follow the steps. Okay, they have written everything. You just follow the steps. So tell me, what do you understand from this? The denominator of a positive fraction. So there is a fraction. Okay, so original fraction we'll write. As I'm writing, you think and tell me what should I write. What is the original fraction? Fraction means you have numerator and denominator. What do we know about this fraction? Okay, it's positive. All right. The denominator is 1 more than twice. Yeah, it's positive. Okay, we already understand. 1 more than twice the numerator, which means, Ahmed, you're saying something?
Also,
2x.
2x, nah, just 2x is not enough. So they're saying something about the denominator. So we'll take the numerator as x. The denominator is what? Just 2x?
no.
Very good. The denominator is 1 more than twice the numerator. That means 1 more than 2 times the denominator. Okay, so either you write 1 plus 2x, or you can write it as 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1. This is how you're supposed to write. When they say 1 more, you have to add the 1 later on. So it's 1 more than twice the denominator. Twice the numerator, 2x. Is that clear? And so this is your original fraction. Now what the question says, you all just rejoin the meeting immediately. Immediately. Okay, I'm continuing. I'm not waiting for anyone. All right, I'll just explain that once again. The sum of the squares of two positive integers is 208. So we found out from the rest of the statement, if the square of the larger number is 18 times a smaller number, find the numbers. So we know that we have one large number and one small number. Larger number will take it as L, smaller number will take it as F. So from the first equation, we understand The sum of the squares of these two numbers is 208. That means larger square plus smaller square is equal to 208, right? Then from the second equation, what do we understand? If the square of the larger, that is largest square, is means equal to 18 times the smaller number, 18 into s, find the numbers. Okay, so these are our two equations. So now we'll substitute the second equation in the first equation. So in place of L square, we'll put 18s. In place of this whole L square, we'll put 18s. So 18s plus s square equal to 208. You see, it's a quadratic equation. You have s square, you have s, and you have a number. So now we'll rearrange it. First, we'll add s square, then we'll add 18s, and then take the 208 on the left side. So that's minus 208 equal to 0. This is your quadratic equation. You can solve this and you'll find the s. Sorry. S. You'll find s. Once you find s, how do we find L? Yeah, we can either substitute the value of s in either the first equation or the second equation to find L. Is that clear, everyone? Okay, help me solving this. What is the sum and product?
26x minus 8x.
Okay, you got the two numbers. So sum is 18 and the product is minus 208. So that means since the product is negative, we have one plus and one minus. Bigger number positive as the sum is positive. So plus and minus. One example, 20 minus 2, 25 minus 7, 26 minus 8.
26 minus 8.
Okay, so 6 8s are 48. Look at the last digits. 6 8s are 48. So probably it is that one, right? So s square plus 26s minus 8s minus 208 is equal to 0. So s into s plus 26 minus 8 into s plus 26. So s minus 8 into s plus 26 is equal to 0. So we have s as 8 and not and, or s is equal to minus 26. Now, which value should we take? Should we take 8 or minus 26, or can we take both? Yeah, the question says sum of squares of two positive integers. Okay, so it cannot be minus 26 because that is not positive. So we have to take s as 8. Then you substitute s in either the first or second. It's more easier to substitute in the second equation. Put s over here and you will find L. Is everyone clear on how to solve this? Okay, completed? Tell me the answer.
And L is equals to 12.
Was it?
It's 12. The answer is 12.
12. So 8 and 12 are the two numbers. Okay. Who all got this? Only Anna? Anyone else?
Yes, I also got this.
Got, okay.
L is equal to 12, Anna.
Okay.
Anna, it's all the homeworks from your text.
Yeah, I'm just checking yours. That fourth one, the
Yeah,
last
Anna, for
lines, that's not correct. The last 4 lines. See, you cross
Anna,
multiply. What, Anna?
the 10th one, I don't have the questions. Sorry, I did not get it.
You don't have the 10th question.
Yeah, and it's different in Beryl's book. I mean,
Yeah,
that
the
book.
questions in my book are different than what is in the other's book. It's okay. You can do a different type of questions because your book also is different, right? Anyway, send me your textbook also. Just solve more questions, the better.
And now you were telling something about the fourth.
Yeah, the fourth one, no, your cross multiplication was not correct. X squared plus 1 upon x is equal to 17 upon 4. So when you cross multiply there, that 4 should get multiplied with x squared plus 1, the whole thing. So that should become 4x squared plus 4. And that will become the quadratic equation. Okay, anyone has any other doubts? How many questions you got? Yvonne? Better? And then no time. Beryl, finish. We need more time. You should get the highest marks here. You're getting the answers here, but you're not doing enough homework. Clear?
The MCQ and the second one. And then second.
And then time run out. Why? How long it took for this much? How long? Very long. Then you need to. That's the thing. No, see, it has to be faster, and to make it faster, you have to practice longer only. So you have no option but just sit and do. Spend hours and hours, but get it. You have to get it. Ryan, how many did you do?
I did 3 after the fourth one.
Totally, how many did you do for homework?
3, Anna.
Only 3. I gave the whole exercise.
Anna, I was doing assignments, doing the project to submit them.
Assignments will only give you 20 marks, okay? Even if you do the worst assignment, you'll get 15 or 16 marks. That 4 marks that you lose, you can do one sum in maths and get that. Okay? Your marks in your exams will be worth much more than your assignments. So spend more time in this. Okay. Any other doubts you want to clear with me?
Yes, 11th one in your book.
11th one here. Okay. 3 positive numbers are in the ratio 1 upon 2 is to 1 upon 3 is to 1 upon 4. Find the numbers if the sum of their squares is 244. Okay. There are 2 ways to solve this. One is where we use these ratios as it is. Okay. That is 1 upon 2, 1 upon 3, and 1 upon 4. These are your three numbers are in these ratios. So what do we take as when we don't know the numbers, but we know the ratios? What we do is we take it as in terms of x. Right? Whenever ratios are given and we don't know the numbers, we just put x in place of those for those ratios. Now what they're saying? Find the numbers if the sum of their squares is 244. So these numbers, sum means add. Add what? Add their squares. So if you add their squares, you will get 244. You understand? Yes? Okay. So this is directly substituting the values in the equation, making an equation out of this, and then solving this. Another way to solve this is you first simplify these ratios. The ratios are in fraction. Okay, and we don't like fractions because it gets a little complicated. So how do we get rid of the fractions? These are the 3 ratios. How do we get rid of the denominator? Suppose we only want the numerator. So then you see what is the LCM of 2, 3, and 4? 12. Okay, and you just multiply each of them with 12 like this. So you're multiplying the same number with all the ratios, so you're not changing their values. Okay, now we can cut it. So 2 and 12 will become 6. 3 and 12 will become 4. 4 and 12 will become 3. So now your ratio becomes 6 is to 4 is to 3. You understood how we get rid of the denominators in the ratio? You just multiply each of those ratios with their LCM. Okay. Now let's apply the same equation for this. The sum of their squares. That means 6x whole square plus 4x whole square plus 3x whole square is equal to 244. See if it makes sense. Look at the question. Three positive numbers are in this ratio, 6, 4, and 3. Find the numbers if the sum of their squares, we have to multiply x because 6, 4, and 3 are ratios. Sum of their square is 244. You understand? So both these are correct. Either this first one or the second one. You can solve any one of them and get your answer. Okay, now which one do you think is better to solve? Huh?
Okay.
Yeah. We'll do one thing. We'll try solving both. And then you decide for yourselves which one is easier. Okay. First, you solve this. Write this much down. Let's go in this order. Do the first equation that I've written. Solve that first. See how much time you take. Then you solve the second one. See how much time you take, and then you decide which is better. Because sometimes in the exam you might not remember to convert the ratios into whole numbers. You might take them as fractions itself. Okay. You did the second one. Okay. Anyone else did this? You did it? You didn't do it. You didn't do it. Come on, solve it both ways, everyone. You can now itself see why this is more difficult. When you square it, you're getting 4, 9, and 16. And then you have to make the denominator same. So you have to find LCM of 4, 9, and 16. So that is the complicated part. In the second equation, you don't have to find LCM, right? Because you don't have any denominator. Directly, you can do 6x square will be 36x square plus 4 square is 16x square plus 3 square is 9x square is equal to 244. Okay. Okay, so since it's a longer method, we obviously know it's going to take longer. So don't do that. Do the second method. Just write it that much and write the longer method. So do the shorter method. All right. So the denominator of a positive fraction is 1 more than twice the numerator. We got our original fraction. Okay, that's the first part. Now what they say, if the sum of this fraction and its reciprocal is 2.9. So this fraction and its reciprocal you have to add. So that means, okay, let's write the reciprocal fraction. What is a reciprocal fraction? The reciprocal fraction will be 2x plus 1 upon x. Okay. Now the question says their sum. To add these two, you'll get 2.9. You understood? Write down the equation and just show me the equation, everyone. Actually, you can do all the questions till 14. They're all of the same type. Okay. You have to do a lot of maths if you want to get good marks in maths. Okay. In the tuition, we have only 1 hour, 1.5 hours. I can only explain and do a few questions. But when you're at home, you have 4 hours, 5 hours. You have a lot of time. That's the time you sit and solve these questions and gain speed. Okay. So till question 14, you can do as your homework. Your homework is from 1 to 14. Check if the questions are same in your book. Show me a book. Oh, you don't have 14 also. 13 is the last question for you. So in your book, you have to do till question 10. In your book, question 10. Okay, here there are more. Okay, so back to 10. Okay. Try whatever you can. If you cannot, show me the working or ask me doubts. Don't come blank and say I didn't get it. All right, we'll end with this. Tomorrow bring maths and we'll start another chapter in chemistry. Okay, chemistry. Yeah,
In school, we started the
wait. Gloria, say first.
For this question, we cross multiply, right? And then when quadratic equation, we make a quadratic equation solve. Okay?
Yes.
It's A upon B that you just showed the format like that.
There's a plus in between, then you know the cross multiplication where you have to multiply the denominators. If there's an equal to in between, you simply cross multiply, no denominators. So you'll be using both here, just like the previous question. Yeah. Amit, you're saying something?
yes, sir. After adding this, the equal to is that 2.91, no?
Yes, the sum of these two is equal to 2.9. So you have to put that equal to 2.9. Okay?
Equal to it is not in fraction, no? The
No.
2.9.
No.
And in school, we started the second chapter in chemistry.
Second we finished, right? We will start the third
Yes.
chapter tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow third chapter in chemistry will begin, and maths will continue with this. Sunday you have your computer test. Okay, all right. Bye everyone.
Bye, sir.
Okay, I'll just say this once again. You all keep doing. So from this question, A can do the piece of work in X days. So that means A's 1 day's work is 1 upon X. Same way, B can do the work in X plus 16 days. That means B's 1 day's work is 1 upon X plus 16. And A and B together, they can do the work in 15 days. That means A and B's 1 day's work is 1 upon 15. So the equation is A's 1 day's work plus B's 1 day's work is A plus B's 1 day's work. In that, if you substitute the formula, we get this equation. Simplify this equation, we'll get a quadratic equation. Solve the quadratic equation, you'll get X. Now, all of you listen just a minute. After you do this question, if you finish it before I come, then you do the 16th question. It is exactly same like this. See if you have that question in your book. Yes, right? This is also same. Okay, it's about water, 2 pipes filling a tank. All right. Keep doing, I'll just be back. Okay, let's do this question 17 over here. Anyone understand anything? It's similar to one question that we just did. Which one? The 7th over here. See the 7th question? Let's just see this. The sum of the squares of two positive integers is 208. So we put no x square plus y square or L plus S larger and smaller. If the square of the larger number is 18 times the smaller number, find the number. So here we had two equations and we had to use substitution to make it into one equation. 17th question is also just like that. Okay. So we'll have two equations. First equation is what? A positive number is divided into two parts such that the sum of the squares of the two parts is 20. See, same like before. Sum of the squares of the two parts is 20. The square of the larger part is 8 times the smaller part, just like the previous question. Right? Taking x as a smaller part of the two parts, find the number. Okay, so they're telling you here, take smaller part as part as x. So larger part we'll take it as y for now. Okay, we will substitute it later and get rid of that y, and we'll only have x. What were you saying?
The square of the larger part is 8 times the smaller part. 8x.
Yeah, we'll make that as an equation. So let's do the second equation first. The square of the larger part, which is the larger part? Y. So the square of the larger part, which means y square is what? 8 times the smaller part. That means 8x. Okay, so we got an equation. Now coming back to the first statement, the positive number is divided into two parts such that the sum of the squares of the two parts is 20. Sum of the squares of the two parts is 20. What does that mean? X square plus y square is equal to 20. Got it? So now here in place of y square, we'll put what? 8x. So what will your equation become? X square plus 8x equal to 20. That's your quadratic equation. Understood? So if you see it like this part by part, each sentence separately and make equations, it becomes easy to do. All right, write this down. This also you can complete it as your homework. In your book, it is 13. Okay, done. I'll explain a few questions also from the next exercise. These are based on geometrical shapes. Okay, the geometrical shapes they're using is mostly a triangle, but also you have squares and rectangles. Okay, so you need to know the formula for all these shapes. Formula for area, perimeter, and all of that. Okay, so just to remind you, tell me the formula for a right angle triangle, the area formula for a right angle triangle. If this is base and this is height, what's the formula for area? Huh?
Base into height.
Half into base into height. Okay. For a square and rectangle, I don't need to tell you, but what is the area of a square? Side into side. And for a rectangle, length into breadth.
Into breadth.
Okay. Then if you have one shape inside another shape, for example, you have a rectangle, then you have a square inside the rectangle, and the remaining is the shaded portion. So if I ask you, what is the area of the shaded portion?
Then area of rectangle minus.
Area of rectangle minus the area of the square. Okay. Yeah. So all of these will come in this. Whatever you have studied in smaller classes, yeah, perimeter of all these shapes, they come in this quadratic equations. Then Pythagoras.
Yes.
Okay. How do you find the hypotenuse if this right angle triangles? Hypotenuse.
Pythagoras theorem.
Yeah, Pythagoras theorem. So if you have the height and the base, height square plus base square will be equal to the hypotenuse square. Okay, so that formula will be easy. Remember all these, no? No?
So can you take that page down?
Pardon me?
Can you take the page down for 13th question last exercise?
Right first. So if you have finished, go to the second question in exercise 6B. In my book, it is the first question.
Done.
So what all is given in this question now? Tell me. The sides of a right angle triangle containing the right angles are 4x and 2x minus 1 centimeters. Okay, so you will draw right angle triangle and tell me what all values are given. The sides of the right angle triangle containing the right angle. See, this is your right angle here. Okay, so the sides containing the right angle are this one and this one. These two are the sides containing the right angle triangle. So one of them is 4x centimeters and the other one is 2x minus 1 centimeters. If the area of the triangle is given, so area is 30 centimeters square. Find the length of its sides. Sides means all the three sides. So which formula will we use here? How do we do this? See, area is given. So you have to use area formula. Yeah. Area is equal to half into base into height. See, we know the area, but the base and the height, we don't know the exact values. They're in terms of x. They're not in centimeters. I mean, it's in x centimeters. We need it as a number. Okay, so we put the values here. So area, that is 30, equal to half into basis 2x minus 1 into 4x. See, now this is an equation where x is a missing value. So you'll solve the equation and find x. Clear everyone how to do this? If area is given, you have to use area formula. If perimeter is given, you will use perimeter formula. Okay. Look at the next two questions are also similar to this. Oh wait, before going to the next. So here after you get x, it's not over. The question is what? Calculate the length of its sides. So after you get x, you can find what is 4x. You can find what is 2x minus 1. And then you have to find the hypotenuse. How do you find the hypotenuse? You use the Pythagoras formula and find the hypotenuse. Is everyone clear on
By quadratic equation.
whatever?
We will get two values for x1.
Yes, you'll get two values for x. Mostly one of them will be negative. Okay, and you cannot take the negative. You will only take the positive value. The side of a triangle cannot be negative, right?
Yes, sir.
So this second question also is similar to this. Third question is also similar to this. Just draw this much for the first one.
Solve now full question.
In your book, it is question number 2. Exercise 6B, question 2.
Sir, solve now full.
No, don't solve now. You do this as homework.
Yes, sir.
Your homework is to do questions from 2 till 6. 6B, question 2 to 6. They're all based on geometrical shapes and triangles. All are triangles. The last two are rectangles. Okay, so you should be able to do these as your homework. As I said, this chapter is a little long. So many types of questions are there. It's not just one formula put and solve. It's not like that, right? Every question has a different equation, different formula, different thinking. So a lot of thinking is needed here. Other chapters around, they give one or two formulas. You do. Okay. Here not like that. All right. We'll end with this. Finish this much, please. And on Sunday, we'll have a computer test. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone.
I see.
So for the fifth question, once again, the diagonal is given as 60 meters more than its shorter side. So take the shorter side BC as x. Diagonal would be x plus 60. And the largest side of the rectangle, which is AB, is 30 meters more than its shorter side. That means x plus 30. Apply this in the Pythagoras formula for triangle ABC and you will find x. Okay, I'm solving it over here. AC is x plus 60 whole square is equal to AB. AB is x plus 30 whole square plus BC. BC is x square. So apply the A plus B whole square formula, that is x square plus 120x plus 16 to 60, that is 3600 is equal to x square plus 2 into x into 30, that is 60x plus 30 square, which is 900 plus x square.
Anna,
Yeah.
12x should be 120, right?
Oh yeah, 120, correct. Lost. Hmm? I wrote 12. So who all got this answer? Only Ryan, you got this? Anyone else
Anna,
got?
I got the quadratic equation.
And then,
I tried after that. I got stuck there.
but this much is right. All this part.
Yes, Anna. Yeah.
Yvonne, you did this. You got? Show me. So what you said you did? You didn't do at all. Huh. Okay, do it fast then, everyone. Check if you're quadratic. I'll do till the quadratic equation, and then you can check if that is right. So x square 60x minus 120x. This is your quadratic equation. X square minus 60x minus 2700 is equal to 0. So 27 is a product. What is 27? What are the factors of 27?
8 threes are.
Anna, minus 19, minus 90 plus 30.
Yeah, 9 threes are 27, right? I
Yes.
meant you said wrong. 9 threes are 27. So those are your numbers. Now two zeros are there. So 9 will be 90 and 3 will be 30. So 90 and 30. If you subtract them, you
Yes.
get 60 also.
Yes.
Just make your signs right.
Done, Anna.
Hmm.
Second experiment is baby oil or cooking.
So you have to take them out. You have to take it from home, right?
So I don't know where that's cooking.
You did it by yourself.
Huh?
You did it by yourself.
Yes. I don't know where the cooking. Let me help us.
So minus 30 and plus 90 are your numbers. Yes or no? No. Plus, minus. Is it?
Minus 90.
It's so 30 is negative and the 90 is positive, right? Yes? No. The bigger number should be
Yes.
negative, right? So 90 will be negative, 30 will be positive. Whichever order you write, it doesn't matter. So x into x plus 30 minus 90 into x plus 30. Okay, so after simplifying, you will get the value of x as minus 30 or plus 90. So what are we taking here? Sides of a rectangle cannot be negative. So the side is 90. Okay. So then you can write your final statement. X is 90 meters, right? It's all in meters. And the other side, x plus 30 is 120 meter. And the diagonal would be 150 meters. Okay, they didn't ask the diagonal. They just asked the sides of the rectangle. So you just have to write 90 and 120. That's your answer. Clear, everyone?
So we will not
Whatever.
30.
Minus 30. Side of a rectangle cannot be negative, no?
Yes.
That's why we just don't write minus 30. We say, therefore, the value of x is 90 as the side of a rectangle cannot be negative. You need to write that statement, everyone. Why we are not taking minus 30, you have to give that explanation. You'll have to write side of a rectangle cannot be negative. Therefore, x is equal to 90. Okay, next question. Question 6 from your book.
Yes, sir. I didn't got that.
Anyone got the sixth one? Okay, I'm not going to do solving the whole thing. See, the solving equation was done in the last chapter, right? This chapter is all about getting the equation. Okay, so I'm going to focus more on getting the equation. Solving the equation, we have done solving a lot in the previous chapter. If you still don't know it, at home you practice that. Okay, question 6. The perimeter of rectangle is 204 meter. Perimeter is equal to 204 meter. Sorry, 104 meter, and the area is 640 meters square. Find its length and breadth. Okay, so what do we do here? We can't use L and B as two variables. If you're using L and B, then perimeter formula is what? You need to know the formulas, huh? What's the perimeter of a rectangle? Yeah, but
2L
formula,
plus B.
2 into L plus B. That's the formula. You have to use that formula. So 2, adding all the sides, L plus B, you're adding. So 2 into L plus B is equal to 104. Right, that's your first equation. And second equation is from the area formula. Area is length into breadth. Length into breadth is 640.
40 meters.
So we got two equations here, L and B. We have two unknown variables, but luckily we have two formulas, two equations. If we have two variables, we need two equations. We can use simultaneous equation and make it into one equation. So let's substitute something in something. What should we do? You need to substitute one equation in the other equation, make it one equation. Come.
You can substitute second equation in first.
Yeah. So second equation, we can make either the length or the breadth the subject. Okay, let's make breadth the subject. Okay, Leah, we are doing the sixth question. It was homework. Perimeter of a rectangle is 104. Perimeter's formula is 2 into L plus B. So 2 into L plus B is 104. And area is 640. Area of rectangle is L into B. So instead of area is equal to 640, we can write L into B is equal to 640. Okay, so we have two equations with L and B as unknown variables. Make B the subject from the second equation. So B is equal to, tell, come on. Why are you looking down? Make, Aman, since you don't know linear equations, I'm asking you. B is equal to 640 divided by L. Make L will go in the denominator, no? Because it's multiplied. Okay, now substitute this value in first equation. Write that statement. Substitute B in equation 1. Everything you have to write like this, okay? So your first equation will become what? 2 into L plus, no, in place of B, you're going to put this 640 upon L equal to 104. Okay. See, there are many different ways to solve it. This is one way. All right, now simplify this. So this is number plus fraction. Shortcut is what? L square plus 640 whole divided by L equal to 104. Then what do we do? 2 is multiplied with the whole thing. So let's take 2 on the other side. It will get divided. So L square plus 640 divided by L is equal to 104 upon 2. Correct? Next, what to do? So that will become 52. Now L will multiply on that side. So L square plus 640 is equal to 52L. Take the 52L on the left side. L square minus 52L plus 640 equal to 0. This is your quadratic equation. Write down this much. You can complete it later on at home. What happened? You already did it. How? School, teacher told you. That's nothing. Isn't the tuition book? Where's the tuition book? Why is the tuition book in the bag? You're in tuition right now. Then, see, I know you didn't understand one word from that. At least now when I explain it, you listen. Do you know how to do it? Yes.
I'm not taking over for the experiment.
The next question will be 9th from my book or 8th from your book. Okay, now. So read the question, try to understand it. This is a square inside a rectangle type of question. Okay, so read that and see whether you're understanding. I'll just come in a minute. Okay, values for the inside one. Right, what all values are given? Anyone has got a diagram? Okay, inside one. Anything? See, the dimensions of a rectangular field are 50 by 40. That's a rectangular outfield. Okay, that's what most of you do. A flower bed is prepared inside this field with a gravel path of uniform width all around the flower bed. Okay, so there's a flower bed that's inside this. What shape is a flower bed? Huh? Square or rectangle? How do you know it's square? Did they tell? Uniform width around it. Around it. What does that mean?
between the flower bed and the
50, 40. A flower bed is prepared inside this field, leaving a gravel path of uniform width all around the flower bed. So the flower bed has to be rectangle because there is a path around it, which is uniform. See, this is the path around it. You see, this path around it has to have a uniform width. Did you understand? Okay. See, this is the width from here to here. That's the width of the path. So that should be uniform everywhere. Did you understand, everyone? That's the
Yes.
gravel path. The shaded path is the gravel path. The total cost of laying the flower bed is inside here. The cost of laying the flower bed and graveling the path at rupees 30 and rupees 20 per square meter respectively. Okay, what is rupees 30?
Flower bed.
Okay,
Laying the flower bed.
cost of laying the flower bed. How much? The whole flower bed or?
No, per square meter.
So rupees 30 is per square meter, per meter square. For 1 meter square, you're paying 30 rupees. For 2 meter square, you'll pay
60 rupees.
For 3 meter square, you'll pay
90
and
rupees.
so on. So whatever the meter square is, in other words, whatever the area is, you multiply that with 30. Correct? Okay. And the cost of gravel is how much?
Rupees 20 per meter square.
Rupees 20 per
20.
square. And what is 52,000?
Both cost.
Total
Yeah.
cost.
The total cost of the whole thing, flower bed and gravel and everything together, both together is rupees 52,000. Find the width of the gravel path. Oh, the width is what they're asking. So what to do now? We'll take the width as x.
X.
So all this, right? Everywhere is the same width. So the width is x. Okay. Now, what is a formula? What is the equation you can make out of this? Whenever you have one shape inside another shape, what is that equation? We have done this before.
the area of the outer triangle.
We have to minus something.
Area of the
Out
out,
minus in.
yeah, minus the area of the inner will be what? Will be what? Area of the outer rectangle minus area of the inner rectangle is equal to what?
The width
The length and breadth.
The area of the shaded portion,
Will give you the width.
not the width. It will give you the area of the shaded portion. Area of shaded portion is equal to what? Area of outer shape minus area of inner.
Okay.
This is the formula. The shaded portion. Shaded portion means what? What is the shaded portion in this diagram?
We have to find.
The gravel path.
Yes.
Don't forget what we do here, okay? The shaded path is the gravel path, and this inside this white space is the flower bed. Okay, imagine it. There's a park. Okay, there's a flower bed in the center, and there's a path to walk around it. Clear? Okay. Now, area of the outer. What is the area of the outer shape? What shape is this
50
outer shape?
50 into 40.
50 into 40. Length and breadth, no? 50 and 40. What is the inner rectangle's length and breadth? What is the length of the inner shape? This is the length. Timo, look at my hand. This scale, this is the length. Okay. Now from both the ends, they're minusing x. So now the length is this much. X minus x from here, minus x from here also. Right. See, from both the sides, the total is 50. So what is this much now? 50 minus 2x. Is that right, everyone? 2x's you're minusing from both the sides. Okay.
Yes.
So the length is 50 minus 2x. And what about the breadth? Breadth will be how much? Whole thing is 40.
40 minus 2x.
Yes, 40 minus 2x. Okay, that's the inner length and breadth. I'll do one thing. I'll represent the outer length and breadth with capital L. It's not needed for our formula, but just, and this is small l and this is small b. Okay. So in this formula, if I'm putting area of shaded, that is what? Capital L into capital B minus small l into small b. Yeah.
Yes.
And where is x? Oh, x is part of it. What is that question?
We have to find the small a into small b.
So you have to find the width. Okay. What is this 52,000?
Total cost of flowering bed and gravel path.
Flower bed and gravel path. So here what we are doing right now is area of shaded. Shaded is what?
Gravel path.
The gravel. So what we're finding is we're only finding the area of the gravel path.
Gravel path.
Shaded. Okay. So we're only doing gravel. We're not doing the total. So let's find this. Put the values over here. That is 50 into 40 minus. So there's a minus here. That's why I'm putting bracket. You know what happens, you know, when there's a minus outside. Okay. So here we have length, which is 50 minus 2x into breadth, which is 40 minus 2x.
So rejoin.
Yeah, just rejoin the meeting. Okay, let's continue solving this. So tell me the next step. 50 into 40. Huh? No. 2000 minus. Here we have to do binomial into binomial. So that's 50 into 40. 2000. 50 into minus 2x. Minus 100x. Minus 2x into 40. Minus 8x. Minus 2x into minus 2x. Plus 4x squared. What? 80. Okay, so next step. Remove the bracket. So that's 2000 minus 2000, which will become 0 anyway. Okay, so I won't write that. What's remaining? Minus 100x, which will become plus 100x. Plus 80x. Minus 4x squared. So that is 180x minus 4x squared. Okay, so what is this we got is area of the gravel. Okay, so just keep that for now. What is this 52,000 that they have given? Huh?
The total cost of
Total-
the flower bed and graveling path.
Okay. So how did they get this total cost? What's the formula for total cost? Total cost means cost of gravel plus cost of the flower bed. Cost of gravel plus cost of flower bed. Okay, now how do we get cost of gravel? What's the cost of gravel? 20, that is per meter square. So 20 into what?
20 into 40.
No,
No, 20 into 30.
no. Cost of gravel will be 20 rupees is for 1 meter square. So total areas, total cost will be how much of gravel?
2000 into 2000.
What is 2000? Where you got 2000?
The L into B. The area.
Huh. If 1 pen is 5 rupees, 10 pens will cost how much? 50. How you got 50? Huh? 5 into 10. So you're multiplying the cost of 1 pen with what? You multiply the cost of 1 pen into what? Huh?
And the quantity of time.
Number of pens. So here also cost of total gravel will be 20 into what?
2000.
What is 2000?
The area of that gravel path is
That's what
2000.
I want to know. The area of the gravel.
So
20.
the area of the gravel is 2000.
Is it?
Yes, 2000.
This is the area of the gravel. Okay, area of gravel. Okay, we'll see that. We'll substitute later on. Plus, cost of flour will be what again? 30 into?
30.
Yeah, 30 into area of the flower bed.
Yes.
Correct? So all this while what we were finding this much? What is this thing?
Gravel path and the flower area.
This is only the area of the gravel. What we did all this was to find the area of the gravel so that we could substitute it over here. Do you understand? Okay, can you go inside? I'll talk to you. Okay, so that is 20 into what is the area of the gravel? Yes, this one here that
90x minus 4x
minus
square.
4x square plus now cost of flour is 30 into what is the area of the flower bed? This flower bed is the middle portion here. So that we can directly do length into breadth. 50 minus 2x into 40 minus 2x. Fifty minus 2x into 40 minus 2x.
40 minus 2x.
And here we have the left side value also. Total cost. Total cost is?
52,000.
Okay, so what we have here is a big equation with LHS and RHS with x as the missing value. If you solve this, you'll get x. That is the, what is x? What is x? In the beginning, we took x as something. What is x? The width. So we'll get the width. Now look at this 50 minus 2x into 40 minus 2x. We have already solved this section here. How much it became? Oh, so one step only we solved. It will be 2000 minus 180x minus plus 4x square. That is the value for 50 minus 2x into 40 minus 2x. So as you can see, it's a long sum. Okay, so that's how this is. It's little difficult. So once again, just to revise what all we did here. First, we drew the diagram. We used x as the width of the gravel path. Then using that x, we found the length of the flower bed and the breadth of the flower bed. Okay. Then we made a formula to find the area of the shaded part. Area of the shaded part is area of the bigger rectangle minus area of the smaller rectangle. After doing that, we got this 180x minus 4x square. What was this? This was the area of the shaded part, that is the area of the gravel. Then we have to make our main equation, which is using the total cost. So what is the formula for the total cost? Cost of graveling plus cost of flowering. Now for cost of gravel, we have to multiply the 20 rupees into the total area of the gravel. And for cost of flower, we have to do 30 rupees into area of the flower bed. Okay. Now area of gravel we found. All this whole thing was just to find the area of the gravel. And area of the flower, we can, it's a rectangle. So we can just multiply that length into that breadth. Got it, everyone? Any doubts? Okay, write down this much. This is, we still haven't got the quadratic equation, okay? Remember, after you get the quadratic equation, then solving the quadratic equation to get x. Right. We're just starting now. Okay. So 10th one, see, I'll just explain. An area is paved with square tiles of a certain size and the number required is 128. If the tiles had been 2 centimeters smaller each way, 200 tiles would have been needed to pave the same area. Find the area of the larger tiles. So you have small tiles that fill that thing and you also have larger tiles. If you have small tiles, how many tiles will fit? 200. If you have the bigger tiles, how many will fit? 128. The area occupied by both is same. The total area of the room is same, right? Whether you put small tiles or big tiles, the total area of that, what is it? That room or whatever is the same size. So how do you find, if you multiply this one tile into 200, what will you get? If you multiply the area of one tile into 200, what will you get? The small tile into 200, you'll get what? Look, we call this A1, A2. A1 means the area of the small tile. Area of the small tile into 200 will give you the, this is what? Area. The room. And here also area of the second tile into 128, what will it give you? Area of the room, correct? Same room. Okay. So area of room with small tiles is equal to area of room with big tiles. This is your equation that you're making. So area of room with small tiles. Now we need to use x somewhere. Where should we use x? Now if we, this is a square tile, so we can take the sides both as x. And this is a bigger tiles. Bigger tiles, we'll take it as what? Or what will take it the other way? Big tiles will take it as x and small tiles will take it as what?
Y.
Not y. Look at the question. An area is paved with square tiles of a certain size and the number required is 122. So that's a big tile. Okay, big tiles, side is x and you can fit 128 of them. Now, if the tiles had been 2 centimeters smaller each way, then 200 of them would have fit. So what is the side of these tiles? X minus 2. Right? They're saying that the side is 2 centimeters smaller than the big tile. So if big tile is x, then the small tile side is x minus 2. Is that clear? Okay, so area of the room with smaller tiles will be what? Area of one tile into 200. That is 200 into area of one tile. What is area of one tile? How do you find area of a square? Side into side. That means x minus 2 into x minus 2. Now equal to here, area of the room with bigger tiles. So here how many tiles are there? 128 tiles into area of that. What is the area of that big tile? x into x.
into x.
This is your equation. 200 into x minus 2 whole square, or x minus 2 into x minus 2 is equal to 128 x square. How did you do it? Sure. Write down this much, all of you. You didn't finish it, no? So the equation is this one. Area of room with small tiles is equal to area of room with big tiles. An equation will have an equal to sign. You have to make an equation. Means you have to have something is equal to something. And then substitute all the values in that formula. You need an equation. Somehow you have to make equations for all these questions. You have to write statements for this. How will you write? So a tile of size x, number of tiles is 128. Then if size of tile is x minus 2, number of tiles is 200. Some statement you have to write for this and then equations.
Anna,
Hmm.
can you hear me?
Yeah, tell me. Gloria's your video is stuck.
Excuse me, Anna.
Yeah, speak louder. Okay, meanwhile, read the 11th question. What equation can we get?
Anna, can you hear me?
Yeah, tell me, Gloria.
Anna, in fifth lesson, in that 5B. Yeah,
Five.
5B. No, sorry, 5C only. We did long division method, right? But our teacher said that long division method is not supposed to be done. We're gonna get logbook in exam, and long division method won't be accepted in paper.
You told me synthetic division is not accepted, no?
So, sir, they
No,
will give the
long
root solution.
that logbook something, and she taught today, but I didn't quite understand. Can you teach that part like with the logbook? It's behind.
Wait, which chapter is this? Quadratic equation.
Chapter.
In that, what is there?
Sir, that
Oh, square roots. Oh, square roots. Okay, so you don't have to do square root, you're saying. Correct. Okay, yeah. So when you get square root of a number, don't do the long division method you're saying. You can, yeah, correct. Yes. So that is correct. Yeah, that's better. Right. Instead of doing the long division, because that's where you take the most amount of time. So yeah, in your textbook at the back, you have the method to find the square root of any number. Okay. Now, okay, let me just tell you that. So if you have the square root of, say, 45, Okay, how do you find the square root of 45? Okay, so long division method is taking too long. So look at the back of your textbooks. Give me one textbook. You have a book, Beryl? Yeah. So page 466, you have square roots from 10 to 100. And before that, you have square roots from 1 to 10. Okay. For go to the previous page, 464 and 465. In the square roots from 1 to 10, you have up to one decimal place. Like you have the square root of 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, and so on, like decimal place. But square roots from 10 to 100, you don't have decimal number square root, just whole numbers. Yes, the square root of 45 is there in that table. Look at the table, 45. What is the square root of 45? 6.708. 6.708. Okay, so easy now. You don't have to. Yeah, if they'll give you this, then that's good.
Sir, next to that 6.708, that is 6.716.
Yes, so that is
So
if
we
there's
can
decimal point.
With the number.
So that is if there's decimal point. For example, if you have 45.1, then you look at that one on the top. Okay, so 45 from the column and 1 from the top over there. So what is the answer for 45.1? 6.71. Okay, so this whole table can go up to one decimal place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then what is it? Mean difference? Mean difference, huh? No, not that. See, square root of 45, 6.708. So that's what's given. Now square root of 45.1. 6.7156. When you round it off, it's becoming 716. That's what given in the book, right? So maybe if you're going two decimal places, you might need that. Let's see what is 45.12. Square root of 45.12. 45.1. Yes. Okay.
What do we have to do? Why is it like 0, 1, 2, 3? About the
Yeah. So look, it's like this. So now if you're doing square root of 45.12, okay, first you look at 45.1. So 45.1 square root is how much? 6.716, right in that first column. Now the 2 is there, no? For that 2, you look at the mean difference. Okay, on the top here, you have mean difference. Huh? So mean difference, you look at 2. Under that 2, you see in the same line of that 45. What's the value? It's 1. So you have to add that 1 to the 6. So that will be 6.717. So you can go up to two decimal places using this table. You understand? Okay, let me give you one random number and you tell me the square root of. Okay. 93.64. Anna, do you have this at the back of your book?
93.64.
64. Anna, what? 93.64. What's the answer? 677. Correct. Did you all get it?
9.625.
No.
$96, 9.677.
Yes.
Anna, I do have this back.
What? What, Anna?
I do have this back of my book.
You have it, right? Okay. So first you look at 93.6. What was 93.6? 9.675, correct? And for that 4, you have to look at the mean difference. So for mean, the mean difference for 4 is 2. 2, right? So you'll add that 2 to this 5. So that is 9.677. Okay. Done? So solve that part of how to find square root, everyone. Is that clear?
Yes, Anna.
Okay.
So for
Yeah.
the first number after the decimal, we have to do that upper columns. We have 0, 1, 2, 3. We have
Yes.
to check in that. And for the second number, the mean difference, right?
Yes.
We have to add it.
Yes. Add that to the last decimal place.
And if it's just 93, then just root
Then
of
93.0, the zeroth column, first column.
Okay. Okay, Anna.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, don't forget this now, everyone. Okay. 11th question. A farmer has 70 meters of fencing. The length of the fence that he has is 70 meters. Means he can cover borders worth 70 meters. With which he encloses 3 sides of a rectangular sheep pen. You know, where the sheep stays, called a sheep pen. The 4th side being a wall. So one side is wall and 3 sides only has to fence. If the area of the pen is 600 square meters, find the length of its shorter side. This question, something is missing. They have not told where the wall is, whether it is on the longer side or the shorter side. Okay. Okay, so this is your sheep pen and there's a wall. The question, we don't know where the wall is. Is it on the longer side or is it on the shorter side? That is the problem here. So we have to just simply assume and hope it's right. The question is find the length of its shorter side. You have to find the shorter side. Where should we put the wall? Okay, let's assume the wall is over here. Okay, so then he's covering 1, 2, and 3. These 3 sides with the fence. Yeah. What do we know? So let's take anything else is given. Area of the pen. Okay, the area of this pen is 600 square meters or 600 meters square. Find the length of its shorter side. Okay, if we take the shorter side as x, then what will be the longer side? Then this will also be x. And this longer side? Yeah, if you add these 3, it's 70. Let's take it y for now. So x plus y plus x will be 70, right? X plus y plus x will be 70. So y will be what? 70 minus 2x. Correct? So y is 70 minus 2x. Clear? Now area is given. So if we multiply this x into 70 minus 2x, we should get 600. That is your equation. You understand? Area is length into breadth. And that area is 600, which is x into 70 minus 2x. This is your equation. Now, if we take the wall on the other side here, then it will be different. Or will it be? Will it be the same or will it be different? Let's see. Okay, so this is the wall now. So that means we'll take this as x, this one as x. We'll get the same thing only, I think. Right? If this is y here also will be total 70 minus 2x. Yeah. So whichever side the wall is, you'll get the same equation. So it doesn't matter here. Okay, everyone? Draw this diagram. First one. You have to write statements. How will you write your statements? Take one side as x. Take second side as, or take length as x and the breadth as y. So, and since area is, since perimeter is 70, x plus y plus x, this is the way I wrote it. You just write, take one side as x. Okay, we'll go to the 13th one, last one. Just draw this much. We'll go to the next. Read the last one, everyone, and see what you understand. Okay, what did you understand? Diagrams. Always diagrams help you to make things easier. So there's the room over here. What do we know about this room?
The length is x minus 5 and the breadth is x plus 5.
See, there are, look, first statement is what? The area of a big rectangular room is 300 meters square. This is the room. Okay, it has a certain length, it has a certain breadth. Let's say length is L and breadth is B. Okay, now next part is if the length was decreased by 5. So now you have another room over here. Okay, that is imaginary room. Here the length is decreased by 5. So what's the length of this room? L minus 5. It's 5 less than the original room. And the breadth is increased by 5. So the breadth here is how much?
B plus 5.
Yeah, it's 5 more than the original room's breadth. The area would be unaltered. That means this one's area also would be unaltered. Means what? It would not change. If you reduce the length by 5 and increase the breadth by 5, they're saying the area would not be altered, which means it would still be 300 meters square. This is what they're saying. This is a question. Is that clear? Now, what do we do with this? What to do with this?
We have to find the
How do we do it now? Okay, Gloria, I was just saying this is a room. Its area is 300 meters square. Length is L, breadth is B. If you're reducing the length by 5, that is making it L minus 5, and increasing the breadth by 5, the area of the room would be unaltered, means it would not change. It would still be 300 meters square. Question is, find the length of this room, L. So now we have two rooms. One is the original room and one is the imaginary room. But what equations can we make out of these? See, you have length LB and you have area. So
area is equal to length into breadth, so we have to make the L subject.
that's your main formula. Area is equal to length into breadth. So for the first rectangle, apply the values in this formula. So what will you get? 300 is equal to LB. For the second triangle, 300 is equal to L minus 5 into B plus. You got two equations. Now what we can do is substitution. Okay, make L or B the subject over here. Since we need to find L, we need L. So we will make B the subject. So we can substitute B over here. And then we only will have L as the missing value. So make B the subject. B is equal to what? 300 upon L. Then put this B over here. So this equation will become 300 is equal to L, will leave it as it is. In place of B, we'll put 300 upon L plus. Is that clear, everyone? So now this is your equation. You have to solve this equation and you can find L. Is everyone clear? Write it down. So for those who didn't get, binomial into binomial. L into 300L, 300 upon L, that's 300L upon L. L into 5 plus 5L. And minus 5 into 300 upon L, that's minus 1500 upon L. And minus 5 into plus 5, that's minus 25. Here the L and L will get cut. And then you have 300 is equal to 300, which will also get cut. And then you're left with this. Simplify that to get your quadratic equation. You all rejoin the meeting. This is your quadratic equation. We continue solving this quadratic equation and find what is the length, what is L. Okay, so now we're going to the very important part in this chapter, quadratic equation. These are problems using problems with speed, distance, and time. Okay. Most often, these are the questions that will be coming for your exam. Okay. All right, let's look at the first question. 6C, question number 1. Is it same in your textbook? You have it as question 2. The speed of an ordinary train. Yeah. Okay. The speed of an ordinary train is x kilometer per hour. Okay, so they're giving you the speed. And the speed of an express train is x plus 25. Means what? It's 25 kilometer per hour more than the ordinary train. If the ordinary train speed is 100 kilometer per hour, then x plus 10 is 125. Okay. Find the time taken by each train to cover a distance of 300 kilometers. Okay. So we have two trains. We have our ordinary train and we have the express train. So ordinary trains, what all do we have?
X
Speed.
kilometer per hour.
Okay, so the speed here is x kmph. And for the express
Yeah.
train, the speed is
X plus 25 kilometer per hour.
okay. Then we have distance. What is the distance traveled by the ordinary train?
300 kilometer.
300 km.
300 kilometer. What is the distance traveled by the express train? 300. Both are covering the same distance. The first question is find the time taken by each to cover. Okay, so what is the time taken now by each? So we know the formula for time. We don't know the formula, but we know the formula for speed. What is speed formula?
Distance upon time, so we can make the time subject.
Yes, so speed is equal to distance upon time. So time will be what?
T is equal to D upon S.
Okay, what? We will interchange speed and time. So time goes to be the subject of the left side on top and speed comes down. So that is distance upon speed. Okay, so the time taken by the ordinary train is what? 300 divided by x, right? Distance upon speed. And what's the unit of time?
Second.
Seconds.
Speed is in kilometer per hour. Distance is in kilometer. Hours.
R.
Yeah, see, we're using kilometer and hours. Kilometer is for distance and hour is for time. Okay, so this is hours. Now, what about the time for the express train? 300 upon 25 hours. This is your first answer. Clear? Write this down first. First question is that, no, find the time taken. So we can only write it like this. We can't find the exact time. Okay, we're just writing it in terms of x. You have to write it in statement. Time taken by ordinary train is 300 upon x hours. Time taken by express train is 300 upon x plus 25 hours. I wrote it as a table for you to understand it easily. Okay, now the second part of the question says, if the ordinary train takes 2 hours more than the express train, calculate the speed of the express train. Now with this, you're going to make your equation and get a quadratic equation which you have to solve. Okay, so what does it tell you? Ordinary train takes 2 hours more. So what equation can we make using this statement?
X plus 2.
X is speed. See, X is used for speed, not for time. So we can't use X. Okay? Don't use alphabets and all, just use statements. No, don't use 300 and all. Just make an equation out of time. I'm giving you a hint. Use time taken to make an equation. Ordinary train takes 2 hours more than express train. For example, if the express train takes 10 hours, then the ordinary train will take how many hours?
300 upon X plus 2.
Wait, don't go to 300 and all that. Just imagine if the ordinary train takes 10 hours, or no, express train, if the express train takes 10 hours, then the ordinary train will take how many hours?
12.
12 hours.
12.
Correct? You understood this? So what is 12 minus 10? 2. Make an equation like this. Using this, 12 minus 10 is equal to 2. What does this 12 represent? What is this 12? Ordinary trains? Time.
Time.
The time of ordinary train minus time of
Time plus 12.
express train is equal to, this is your equation. Understood how we made this equation? Time taken by the ordinary train minus time taken by the express train is 2. That's what the statement tells, no? If the ordinary train takes 2 hours more than the express train, this is your equation. Is this much clear for everyone? If you don't get this equation, you cannot do the sum. Okay? Which one takes more time, ordinary train or express train?
Ordinary train.
Ordinary train, because it is slower. So slower one takes more time. So always put the one that has the bigger time on the left and the smaller time on the left, the right. 12 minus 10, not 10 minus 12. So when you write this, be very careful that you put the one that takes more time on the left and the train that takes the lesser time on the right. Okay, now we'll put the value for time of ordinary train. In the first question, we found no time taken by ordinary train. How much is that? So here in place of time, we will write 300 upon, because that's the time, no? Or if you want, we'll write one more step. In place of time, we'll write the formula for time. That is distance upon speed. Minus here also distance upon speed. Distance is same in both the cases. 300. Speed is different. We have different speeds for ordinary train and for express train. Equal to 2. So that is, now substitute the values. That is 300 upon speed of ordinary train is x. Yeah. Minus
300 upon x plus 25.
upon x plus 25 is equal to 2. This is your equation. You solve this equation, you will get the value of x. Do. Yeah, I'm solving it on the screen if you didn't get it. So cross multiplying 300 into x.
That's not the quadratic equation.
You got the quadratic equation? Okay, check what I'm doing and see if it's correct. Aman, is your first step correct? Next, 300x plus 7500 minus 300x upon x square plus 25x is equal to 2. 300x minus 300x becomes 0. 7500 is equal to cross multiply 2 into x square plus 25x. So that is 7500 is equal to 2x square plus 50x. Take the 7500 on the right side. So 2x square plus 50x minus 7500 equal to 0. Divide the equation with 2. So that is x square plus 25x minus half of 75 is what? 3750. This is your quadratic equation. How many of you got it correct? Huh?
I got it correct.
Yeah, divided by 2. Even if you don't divide by 2, you'll get your answer, okay? But the numbers will be too big. Okay, now continue.
The product will be 3750.
Yes.
Done, Anna.
Okay. Product is minus 3750. So you have a bigger number which is first, and then a smaller, bigger number which is negative, smaller number which is positive.
Anna, bigger is positive and smaller is negative.
Yeah, correct. How did we get 3750 or 7500?
After dividing by
300.
300 into 25.
75 and 50.
75 and 50. $75 and 50 are your two numbers. See, we did that here, same thing here. Half of 75, 3750. That means 75 into 5 or 50. Okay. So it's mostly using the numbers that were there before. What happened?
sudden.
So what is x? What was the speed of the? They're asking speed of the express.
50.
What is 50? X or x plus 25? X is 50.
X.
So speed of the express train is 75. That's your final answer.
We will get negative minus 75, no?
Yeah, so we're not taking that negative 75. We're taking 50. You have to write that statement. Speed cannot be negative. So we don't take minus 75. Okay. Therefore, x is equal to 50. That's the value you're taking. Now the question is, what is the speed of the express train? So speed of express train is what? X plus 25. So that means 50 plus 25, which is 75. See, we're not taking the 75 that we got for x, okay? That minus 75 we're not taking. This x, when we add with 25, it becomes 75 kilometer per hour. Now do the second question. It is very similar to this. It's directly to the second part. Okay. So read the question. Tell me what you understand. So here, do we have two different cars? It's one car only, but there are two different speeds. So they're saying if the speed of the car is increased by 10 kilometer per hour, it takes 18 minutes less to cover a distance of 36 kilometers. Okay, so what we'll write is slow car, slow and fast. Okay, all right. So what is the slow speed and what is the fast speed?
Speed of
Slow speed is x kilometer per hour. Fast speed?
Yeah.
X plus
10 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, because the speed is increasing by 10, which means to the x you have to add 10. Okay, so the fast speed is x plus 10 kilometer per hour. Next, what's the distance? 36. In this it is 36. And then time. So
18 minutes.
no, what is 18 minutes? That is the difference between both the slow and the fast. Okay,
Yes.
if it went fast, it would have reached 18 minutes faster. Okay, but what's the formula? What's the equation we can make using time for time? Same like before. Distance upon speed, that is 36 upon x. This is your time. 36 upon x hours. And here, what is the time taken for the fast one? 36 upon x plus 10 hours. Okay. Now make an equation out of this. So there is a fast. When it is fast, you have a certain time, and when it is slow, you have a certain time. So what is the equation we can make? Just like the previous question. Okay. When does when does it take more time? When it's traveling slow or fast? Slow. So here we have tried slow time minus the fast time is equal to how much? 18 minutes. That is the difference, right? Between the slow time and the fast time. Are you understanding this? This is your main equation. See the same thing we did even before. Here, time taken for the ordinary train, which was the slow, and time taken for the express train, which is fast, was equal to 2 hours. Here also same thing. The time taken when it was traveling slow, that was the more time, minus when it was traveling fast. Wait, which one took more time? Slow, right? When the train was
Slow.
traveling, it took more time. So always the more bigger value on the left, smaller value on the right. Okay, now here we will substitute the value for time. What is the time when it's traveling slow?
36 upon x.
36 upon x. And when it's traveling fast, what is the time?
X plus 10.
36 upon x plus 10. That is equal to 18 minutes.
18 minutes.
18 hours. Here the time is in minutes. So how do we convert the minutes to hours? Divide by 60. Because in 1 hour there are 60 minutes. And when we're converting from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, you're dividing. This is your equation. If you solve this, you'll get your answer for x. Is everyone clear? All speed problems, just do it this way. Make a table like this. Or listen, always take speed as x. Even though time is not given, you don't take x for the time. You take x for the speeds, and for the time, you will make an equation. And then put the value of the formula for time, that is distance upon speed. All speed questions are similar to this. Just write this much down, solve it at home. Start it now. Come on, someone with the equation. Better? You have a lot of things. There's no equation. You just wrote what is time, no? Make it into an equation. You have not used that 1 hour 40 minutes. Yeah. You only did till here. Right? Doing this. Huh? What? But you need it in hours. Standard unit is hours. No? Speed is in kilometer per hour. So time should be in hour. So what we saw yesterday in math is that speed, time, and distance formula. We always take the speed in terms of x. Okay, you'll have two speeds, a fast speed and a slow speed. So one of them will take as x, other one you'll take it as x plus whatever the difference in speed is. Then distance will always be given, and that will be a constant value. Whether it's slow or fast, you have the same distance, right? Covering the same distance. Time will not be given. You don't have to find it also, but they'll give you an equation regarding time. Like the difference in time will be this much, or this is faster than this much by this much time. Okay, so you're making your equation using the time, right? And then in place of time, you're putting the formula for time. What's the formula for time? Distance upon speed. So that way there's no time at all in our formula, in our equation. Because in place of time, we have already substituted distance upon speed. Okay. Now getting this equation is the most important thing. So that you can't substitute anything anywhere, right? So let me see a question which is slightly different. Okay. Question 7. Do you have this? Good strain. Huh? What's the number in your book? 7? Okay, let's read. A goods train leaves the station at 6 p.m., followed by an express train which leaves at 8 p.m. and travels 20 km per hour faster than the goods train. The express train arrives at the station 1040 kilometers away 36 minutes before the goods train. Okay, now they're giving all time and this thing and all. They're just making it a little more complex, but it is the same type as what we did before. Okay, I mean, little different. Assuming that the speeds of both the trains remain constant between the two stations, calculate their speed. Okay. So we have, let's draw a timeline. So there's a goods train. What time the goods train starts? Goods train starts at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. What time does the express train start? Express train starts at 8 o'clock. Now, which one reaches first? Even though the express train started 2 hours later, it still reached faster. Express train arrived at the station 36 minutes before the goods train. You understand? Because it's going faster, right? So say the goods train reaches at, we don't know what time. Imagine it reaches at 10 p.m. What time will the express train reach? 9:24. That is 36 minutes before 10 p.m. You understand? Just give me an example. This is not given in the question. We don't need it also, but just for you to understand. Is this much clear? Now the distance covered by both the trains is 1040 kilometers. Do we have everything we need? Speed. What's the speed? Difference in speed. Difference in speed. The express train is x plus 20. Okay, so we'll make our table over here. So here we have the slow train, which is the goods train. Here we have the express train. So first we'll write the speed, usual speed, next is distance, and then last we have the time. So tell me, what is the goods train speed? X. And the express train? X plus 20. What's the distance? 1040. Here also it is 1000. Now time. So obviously time is distance upon speed, which means here it is 1040 divided by x, and here it is 1040 divided by x plus 20. Okay. But how do we make our equation now? Normally our equation is made based on the difference in time taken by both. Okay. So which is the fast, which is the slow, or which one takes more time? Yeah, you should ask yourself, which one takes more time? So
Expression.
now goods takes more time, right? Time taken by the goods minus Same like yesterday, how? Time taken by
Time the
express
express.
is equal to the difference in time. Now, is 36 minutes the difference in time taken by both? Remember, the goods train and the express train, they did not start together. What is the difference in time taken between the goods train and the express train? On the left side, there is a gap of 2 hours. On the right side, there's a gap of 36 minutes. So, the express train was 2 hours 36 minutes faster than the goods train. Correct or not? Yes? Because it started 2 hours later and it reached 36 minutes earlier. So the express train is 2 hours 36 minutes faster than the goods train. So the time taken by the goods train minus the time taken by the express train is how much? Huh? You need it in hours. So don't convert hours to minutes. In fact, you have to convert minutes to hours. Yes, 236 upon 60. This is how we convert the minutes into hours. 36 upon 60. Did everyone understand how to do this? So what was different between this question and the questions we did yesterday? There's no? Talking is good. Huh? The difference is like here they gave a different starting time and different ending time. Normally they didn't do all this. They used to simply tell you this reached 2 hours 36 minutes faster or this reached 2 hours 36 minutes slower. But now we had to find that 2 hours 36 minutes. That was the extra part in this question. So always try drawing diagrams and things that will make your working easy. Okay. All right. So this much is your working before you start your question. So draw this, write this, and yeah, solve it. Solve till the quadratic equation at least. What?
So can you hear me?
Yeah. This is
So your
20.
voice is not coming.
Here you wrote. Here you didn't write it. Okay. Yeah. Anything? Anyone? Has any doubt? Check with the others if you got the same quadratic equation. Did you all get a quadratic equation? You won? 1040 upon x. Here, did you all cut this 36 and 60? You can cut it in 12 tables. 12 threes are 12 fives are. So then 5 twos are 10 plus 3, that is 13 upon 5. Now, if you cut, it becomes smaller. If you don't cut, your numbers become very big, like Ryan's. Right? Now, you see the numbers will be much smaller if you cut it as soon as you can. Can anyone write this?
So your voice is not coming.
You can't hear me?
So can you hear me?
I can hear. Yeah, I can hear you. Glory can hear me.
Yes, Anna.
So
Sir,
1040.
my net issue is there.
What?
My net issue. So your voice is not coming.
Check your volume. Volume. Increase. See, it's not wrong. See, now you'll cut here. Once you get the quadratic equation, you can divide the whole equation with something to make it small. Or you can still continue with that also, but the numbers will be very big. Yeah. So this is the quadratic equation I'm getting. 13x square plus 260x minus 104000 equal to 0. Now, I'm hoping and probably sure that this whole equation can be divided by 13 because see 13 is here, 26 is here, and this also should be. Okay, so let's try that. So divide everything with 13. Let's try this. So 13 into how much is 104? 13 eights are 104, right?
Yes, sir, 9,000.
8 threes are 24, 8 ones are 8, 9, 10. Yeah. And then 1, 2, 3 zeros. Yeah. So this is x square plus this will be 20x minus 8,000 is equal to 0. This is your final quadratic equation. However you do, you should get this. Even you, if you divide C now, you have to divide it with 156, then you'll get it. Okay. Okay, I hope all of you understood. Our meeting is getting over. Please do all these questions in this exercise as your homework. Okay. And I'll see you in the next class tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.
And can you upload
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Meeting is getting over. Say what you're saying, Gloria.
physics lesson 2? Can you upload it today?
So what is the homework?
You just send me a message of what you want, then I'll do that. Homework is to do this whole exercise. All the speed,
Whole?
all speed problems. All speed problems from this exercise. All right. See you all.
Speed problems?
Yes. Tomorrow, maths and chemistry. Okay, bye.
Bye,
Bye.
sir. Bye, sir.
Okay, first we'll do a simpler age problem and then we'll do a little difficult one. Okay, look at the fourth question in my book over here. The ages of two sisters are 11 years and 14 years. In how many years' time will the product of their ages be 304? Okay, so for all age problems, you make a small table. Now, how many people are involved here? Who are the people here? Two people here. There are two sisters. So we'll call sister 1 and sister 2. Okay. Always the younger one you put on the left side and the older one you put on the right side. Just a standard. Okay, like Beryl and Pearl. Okay. So here we have two times, two different age years, like 2000 and 2005, whatever. Like that. Okay. Two different time periods. Yeah, that's the word. So in the first time period, what were their ages? The ages of the two sisters are 11 years.
11 years to 14 years.
So this is their present ages. Okay. Next statement is, in how many years' time will the product of their ages be 304? So now, in how many years means after how many years? So we'll put here after how many years? We don't know how many years, so we'll take it as X years. After X years, what will be the first sister's age? Right now, her age is 11. After X years, what will her age become? Tell fully. 11 plus X.
X.
Correct. Right now, if her age is 11, after 2 years, what is her age?
No, 2 years.
13. 11 plus 2. After 5 years, 11 plus 5. So you're just adding that plus X. Is that clear? And what about the sister's age? What will her age be? 14 plus X. Okay. Their future ages. Now the equation. In how many years' time, in X years, will the product of their ages be 304? These are the two ages. So in how many years will the product of these two ages be 304?
11 plus x into 14 plus x is equal to 304.
Correct. Multiply these two and you'll get 304. Right, that's a question, no? When you multiply
Yeah.
the future ages, you'll get 304. Any doubt? You can simplify this just by rearranging it. Instead of 11 plus x, we'll write it as x plus 11. So it looks more like that a plus b into a minus a plus b into whatever, okay? So you're just putting x in the front just to make it look better. It's more less confusing. Okay, write this down, solve it, and tell me what is x.
Minus 30 and 5.
30 and 5.
Minus 30 and 5.
Minus 30 and 5. Yeah, so there's a positive value, right? Okay, I'm just solving it. If you don't get it, so that's x squared plus 11x plus 14x plus 154 is equal to 304. Take the 304 to the left. So x squared is equal to 25x plus 154 minus 304 is equal to 0. So this is coming to 150, right? So x squared plus 25x minus 150 equal to 0. Is everyone's quadratic equation correct?
My sign mistake is I got plus 150.
Is it 250 or 150? It's 150.
150.
150.
What did you get?
I got 304.
Fine, very good. You cannot solve numbers. Every number should be there. Okay. So who all got this correct quadratic equation? Anna, Gloria, Ahmed, Ryan? Same thing? Okay. Okay, so sum is 25, product is minus 150.
I got 250. 304 minus 154. 154 minus 4.
You have to put 304 on top, 154 down, subtract it. Then how? 304 minus 154. 4 minus 4 is 0. 30 minus 15 is 15. It's coming to 150. Okay. So big number positive, small number negative. 30 into 5. 30 into 5 is 150. 30 minus 5 is 25. So x squared plus 30x minus 5x minus 150 is equal to 0. Take out x common. So that's x plus 30. And from the next minus 5 is common. So x minus 30. Oh, something is wrong here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, correct. Should be plus x plus 30. So that's x plus 30 into x minus 5 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 30 or x is equal to 5. Okay, so we have to take the positive numbers because the question is after a certain number of time. In how many years? So x has to be positive because if x is negative, that means it is 30 years ago. 30 years ago, they were not even born, right? Because their ages only are 11 and 14. So you can't be minus 30. Okay, the x is 5 years. So after 5 years, the product of their ages will be 304. Yeah.
So
16,
our product is 150.
try now 16 into 19. So after 5 years, their ages are 16 and 19. 16 into 19 should be 304.
In our product sum, our product is 150, no? Minus 150.
No, minus 150.
So I took the plus 15 and minus 10. I took the two numbers.
That's not adding up to 25, no?
Yeah, that's adding up to 25.
What, plus 15 minus 10?
Yeah.
No, plus
No,
15
no, I
10 is,
didn't get minus.
yeah, it's 5, no?
Yeah.
And can you teach an easy way to find these values because it's really hard for me to do.
Which one? The sum and product?
Yes, Anna. The bigger numbers.
Yeah, so what was the easy way? First step is what? Tell me all of you. I made you do this so much, no, in 9th standard. So that because I told you in 10th standard, this is going to be a problem. So how do we start off doing this? First thing is figure out the time. For that, you look at the product. So product is minus. Okay, so when product is negative, you know that one number should be plus, one number should be minus. Right? So plus into minus is minus. Okay. Then you look at the sum. Now sum is positive. So when you have a positive and negative number, when will the sum be positive?
When smaller number sign should be negative.
Yeah, so bigger number should be positive and smaller number should be negative. Okay, so that's how we start off. Okay, so let me erase this. Okay, so what we know as of now is one number is positive, one number is negative. So start with the first obvious option, that is the number after 25, which is 26 and 1 over here. Because 26 minus 1 is 25. Yeah, but then when you multiply, you should also get 150. So here we're not getting 150. So then you keep going like that. So the next number after 26 is 27. And here you have to put minus 2 because 27 minus 2 is 25. But then you multiply and check. Are you getting 150? No. So you keep going like this. 28 and minus 3. Then 29 and minus 4. As you're doing this, keep multiplying and checking whether you're getting 150. Next one is 30 and minus 5. So here we see that 30 into 5 is 150. Okay. Now the only way to do this fast is a lot of practice. Okay. And we don't have the time in 10th standard to practice these things. That is why we had practiced a lot of it in 9th, and most of you know how to do this. But for the ones who don't know, do it now. Okay. Find questions from 9th standard textbook. There are a lot of questions called trinomials. Right. Which chapter is this from? It's a chapter called factorization. In factorization, there are trinomials, and they have given like some 30, 40 questions. Solve all of these. You have a lot of, I'll show you it. I'll just show it to you. Okay, this is for the ones who are taking, not able to get it. Just do that. Aman, you also for sure. This chapter. Yeah. See, this chapter is factorization. Okay, 5th chapter and 9th. So look at this. 5B. All of these questions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, at least till the 13th or 12th question. Till the 12th question, all of these are trinomials. Okay. Yeah, then they're all different types. I thought you had more. Okay, anyway, that is there. That's one option. Second option is the previous chapter. This is just to try out so you get some practice. Okay, previous chapter is quadratic equations. See this, solve equations numbers 1 to 20 given below using factorization method. So in 5B, questions from 1 to 20 are all using this method. Okay, so practice these questions if you're taking time to get that sum and product. Okay, all right. Okay, you'll just rejoin the meeting and then we're going to do the main type of questions that will come from this chapter. Okay, just join immediately. Okay, let's go to the next question. Question number 5 in my book. Okay, let's read it. 1 year ago, okay, so from present, 1 year ago, a man was 8 times as old as his son. Now, his age is equal to the square of his son's age. find their present ages. Okay, so you just have to follow these steps. The first step is read the first line and make a table. Okay, so how many people are here in the story?
Two people.
Okay, you have the father and his son.
Yes, sir.
Who is the younger one? Son. So put the younger one on the left side and the father on the right side. Okay, so here is son and here is the father. Now, how many time periods are there? So there is a 1 year ago and then there's present. These are the two time periods. So this is 1 year ago and here you have present. Did you understand how to make the table, everyone? Okay, so
Yes, sir.
first line, what is the statement? Read the first line and tell me.
1 year ago, a man was 8 times as old as his son.
Use that to make something. 1 year ago means we're talking about the story here. Okay, what is their ages?
8 years. These 8.
Son is X and father is 8X.
8x.
8 times means what? Whereas before when I said, when now it is times, you said plus. Before when it is plus, you said into. Okay, see, if I say after 2 years means what? Plus 2. If I say 2 times means into 2.
Into.
Okay? Yeah, so here the son is X and the father is 8 times the son's age. That means 8X. Is that clear, everyone? Okay. Then now his age, don't go ahead. Just now. Now means present. So at the present, what are their ages? If their ages were X and 8X 1 year ago, now what are their ages? This is after how many years? Yes, this is after 1 year, no? 1 year ago to
Yeah.
present, difference of 1 year. So the son grew older by 1 year. So what is the son's age? X plus 1. Hey, don't go to the main equation part. We're not going to the equation yet, okay? We're just seeing the difference in their ages and adding them. Just see, let's go to a previous question. See here also, we knew their ages were 11 and 14, and then here after X years. We didn't do the equation part here. We're just putting that after X means you're plusing X on both the sides. So here also, this is after how many years now? 1 year. So just add 1 to both their ages. So son, if he's X for years, here is X plus 1. And if the father is 8X, then here the father is
8x plus 1.
8X plus 1. Okay, fill your table. Your table is over. Now we'll go to the equation. Okay, now for the equation, what is the statement? Now his age, that's over. What? His age. Who's the he?
Father.
So father is equal to what?
Father
Square
is equal to
his
the
age.
square of his son's age.
I'll just
We
write
have
it
to
as
square this one.
father is equal to square of his son's age. Isn't this what they're saying? Father
Yes.
square of the son. Okay. So what is the father's age?
8x plus 1.
Plus 1 equal to
Is
square. Son is
8x plus 1 whole square.
X plus 1 whole square. That's it.
Yeah.
To understand, all age problems are like this. Okay. You have to break your question into 3 parts. Okay. The first part is what? 1 year ago, a man was 8 times as old as his son. That's the first part. Using that, we get the X and the 8X. Second part is now. That's the second part. So that tells you their now ages, their present ages. And then the third part is his age is equal to the square of his son's age. That's the third part. Most of the age problems will be like this way. Is everyone clear on how to do this? Draw the table. Solve it later on. Just draw the table. Getting the equation is the important thing. Just write this much and then we'll go to the next question. I just explain this once. The ones who are doing, keep doing it. So this question, the age of a father is twice the square of the age of his son. So we have a father and a son. and their ages are, the son's age is x. We always start with x, and the father's age is twice the square of the age of the son. That means 2 into the square of the age of the sun. So 2 into x square. Next statement is 8 years hence. So 8 years hence means after 8 years. So after 8 years, you just add 8 to both the son and the father's age. So that's x will become x plus 8, and the father's 2x square will become 2x square plus 8. And the third part of the question says, so this is after 8 years, the age of the father will be 4 years more than 3 times the age of the son. That means the father's age f will be equal to 4 years more. That means 4 plus what? Plus 3 times the age of the sun. 3 into the age of the sun. That's how we get our equation. Father is equal to 4 times more than 3 times the age of the sun. So 4 plus 3 into s. In place of f, we'll put the father's age 2x plus 2x squared plus 8. And in place of the sun's age, we'll put x plus 8. That's how we get our quadratic equation. Yes, now we'll simplify this equation. So here monomial into binomial, 3 into x and 3 into 8. So that's 3x plus 24. Now take all the values to the left side. So 2x square plus, I'm rearranging them in the order. So next I'll write 3x. So that's minus 3x, then all the numbers. So plus 8, minus 4, minus 24 equal to 0. So we have 2x square minus 3x. 8 minus 4 is 4. And 4 minus 24 is minus 20. Okay, so this is your quadratic equation. 2x square minus 3x minus 20 is equal to 0. Did anyone get this? You can't make this smaller because 3 is there. You can't divide it by anything. Sum. Okay, what's the sum here? Sum is minus 3. And the product is what? 2 into minus 20, which is minus 40. So since the product is negative, listen everyone, those of you are not getting the sum and product, how do we think? First we look at the product. The product is negative, which means one number is positive, one number is negative. Then you look at the sum. Since the sum is negative, that means the bigger number is negative and the smaller number is positive. Okay, so minus and then plus. So we start from the number after 3, which is 4 and right side always 1. Because when you add these two, you're getting minus 3. So keep going like this. So 5 and 2. Then 6 and 3. 7 and 4. 8 and 5. Okay, so we realize that this is your answer, 8 and 5, because 8 fives are 40. Okay, so here uh, the age of the sun would be what, minus 5 by 2 or 4? It's 4, because the age cannot be negative. Not because it's a fraction, but because it's negative, we cannot take minus 5 by 2 as the age. All right, so that's your answer. You write the answer. Find their present ages. So what is the son's present age and what's the father's present age? Son's present age is x, that is 4. And father's present age would be? Okay, 4 into 2, 4, I mean, 4 4s are 16, 16 into 2 is 32. Is everyone clear on this? Show me a textbook, I'll give you some homework. Open that.
Sir, all age terms are like this only.
Yeah, all 8 sums will be somewhat similar to this. At least 90% of the 8 sums will be like this. So from 6D, we have done all the age questions. So what do I give for homework? Okay, from test yourself. Question 8, 10, and 14.
Sir, from test yourself.
Yeah, 8, 10, and 14 are age problems. Okay. And now other than that also, so we're actually done with this chapter. These are the main type of questions here. There are so many, every question is different. As I said, there's no one formula where you simply substitute and solve. Every question is different. So what you do during the weekend, try solving the whole chapter. See what all questions you're able to get, how much you cannot do. Whatever doubt is there, you can ask me in the next class. 6. Oh, there's one more type of question, a 2-digit number type of question, which we'll do in the next class. Do question 6. Yeah, you. Monday you have festival, right, Ahmed?
Yes, sir.
Only Monday?
Yeah, only Monday.
Okay. What is the festival?
Bakrid.
Bakrid, okay. Okay, question number 5.
Do the homework from test yourself.
This is test yourself only, no? Okay.
Book it is 60. Yeah, yes.
All right. So listen to this. Rupees 6,500 was divided equally among a certain number of persons. Had there been 15 persons more, each would have got 30 rupees less. Find the original number of persons. You understand the question? How much money is there totally? 6,000. Yes, I have 6,500. And there are so many people. So I'm dividing it equally. There are 30 people. I'm dividing this with 30 and giving everyone equal amounts. Say you got 100 rupees each. Well, now, if there were 15 people more, each of you would have got 30 rupees less. Because now there are more people, right? So when I divide it with more people, what happens? Everyone gets a smaller amount.
20 rupees.
Did you understand that, everyone? Yeah? Okay.
You will get 70 rupees then.
So find the original number of persons. So we have two columns here again. Originally, how many people were there? And if there are 15 people more. Okay, two columns. Originally and if there are more people. So originally, how many people are there? What's the number of people? Huh? If we don't know that, so the question also is find the original number of people. That we will take as x. Now more people is how much?
15.
X plus 15. Had there been 15 persons more, so 15 people more than how much there was originally?
X plus 15.
Total amount? What is the total amount? 6,000.
6,500.
Whether there are x people or x plus 15 people, the total amount that we have is 6,500. Okay. Now, how much does each person get? How much does each get? Total 6,500 and
Uh,
6,500 divided by x. And here, how much will each person get? X plus 15. Okay.
X plus 15.
Now, which value is bigger? 6,500 upon x or 6,500 upon x plus 15? Which is bigger?
6,500 upon X.
This is greater than this. See, there are two ways to understand this. First is if the denominator is bigger, that value is smaller. So here the denominator is x plus 15 is bigger than x, no? So this, if denominator is bigger, the value is smaller. Second thing, see, originally we know that they all got more money, but when there were more people added, how much did each of them get? They got 30 rupees less.
30 rupees.
So this value here, 6,500 upon x plus 15 is 30 less than this. In other words, if you minus these two, you will get 30. Understand? These two values, if you subtract, you will get 30, no? Because that's the difference between what they all get. If there are 15 people more, then they get 30 rupees less. Okay? Is that clear, everyone? So write your equation. How do we write it in words? Original uh, original money received minus we'll write it as let us write it differently. Money received originally minus money received when more people is equal to rupees 30. So then you put these values in the formula equation and solve it. You do it, everyone. Okay, I'm continuing to write it here. If anyone has any doubt, please ask. Don't just sit quietly.
Now we have to cross multiply 6,500 and x plus.
Yeah, like this.
I thought it was only for adding
Only for?
when there is some addition sign.
Addition or subtraction, same rules. Okay. This is your quadratic equation. 2x squared plus 30x minus 65 is equal to 0. Is that what you got? No? Did I make a mistake? What did you get?
So sir, what?
0975.
Oh, 0, 0.
So sir, 97500 I got.
Yeah. I forgot the zeros. So 0, 0. So then we can.
I got x square minus plus 15x, and now I'm finding that 97500.
Yes, yes. So that, what we can do here, instead of multiplying 30, we can take the 30 directly here on the left side. It will get divided. So 97500 divided by 30 is equal to x square plus 15x. That's a shorter. Instead of multiplying it and then again dividing. 3 threes are 9, 3 twos are 6, carry 1, 3 fives are 15, and 1 0. So that is x square plus 15x minus 3250 is equal to 0. This is what you got? Okay, then next step, sum is 15, product is minus 3250. Anyone got this? If you got it, don't tell the answer.
Yes, Anna.
Got it, Ryan? Okay. So signs plus minus, right? Plus into minus is minus, and sign of the bigger number is positive. So randomly, if I take 50 and 35, or 185, so that's going way bigger. So try something that you will get 3000, like 15 to 35 is how much approximately? 35 to 5, it's around 1700. Okay, so let's go bigger. 60 and 45, 70 and 55. Okay, I'm writing numbers where the difference is 15. Okay, so one of this will be close to it. 45 into 6, 55 to 7, yeah, 55 to 7, number 7 5 is 35, 7 5 is 35, 38.
Anna, try 65 into 50.
Yeah, 55 and 70 came bigger. So it's in between these two. So 65 and 50. Yeah, 65 and 50 are your two numbers. Okay, 65 to 50 is coming 3250. So x squared plus 65x minus 50x.
Sir, x is equal to 50 or x is equal to minus 65.
Okay, so this is number of people, so it has to be positive. So the answer is 50. Just go through this question, see how we got the equation, see the columns, how we put the values in the columns. Okay, it is very similar to which type of questions? Not age, speed. Speed only, I know distance, speed, and time. This is also same. See, three values. Instead of speed, distance, and time, we have number of people, total, and each person how much they get. And then we made the equation with the time. See, this was like the time, no? So it's very similar to speed, distance, and time question. Okay. Okay, now another type of question, number questions. This is also a little new, something new. Look at the question 14 in my book. In a two-digit number, the tens digit is bigger. The product of the digits is 27, and the difference between the two digits is 6. Find the number.
I can't see the full question. Can you?
You have to zoom out. Give me an example of a number where the product of the digits is 27. Yeah, where the tens digit is bigger. 93. 93 is an example of a number where the tens digit is bigger than the ones digit, and the product of the digits is 27, right? 93 is a 27. You understand? Any other number is there like this? Two digit number, huh? This is the only number, right? So probably this is your answer. That has to be your answer, right? Because there's no other such number where the product of the digits is. You have to show the working. Okay, anyway, we got the answer, but we need to show how the working is. Now, how do we write a number like this, a two-digit number in terms of x? We know one more thing. The difference between the two digits is 6. Here also, yeah, difference between 9 and 3 is 6. So yeah, we got it. But how do we represent a two-digit number using x? Look, 93. 3 will represent it as x. And this tens place will represent it as what? X plus 6.
Why?
No, why? Hey, quadratic equations using one variable. Okay, use only one variable. So the second statement, it tells no, the difference between the two digits is 6. That means if one is x, the other has to be x plus 6. 6 more than x. This is clear, everyone? Now, how do you represent this two-digit number using these two digits? How do I represent 93? Or how do I
X
represent?
plus 6 is equal to 27.
Wait, let me try to put this in a certain way. If I give you the number 9 and 3, how can you put them together to make it 93? You have two separate numbers, 9 and 3. What should you do with that 9 and 3 to make it 97? Sorry, 93. Okay, let's not talk about 93. Let me give another example. Let's say 25. Okay, I want to make the number 25. So I'm giving you 2 and 5 separately. A 2 and a 5. What should you do with the 2 and 5 to get 25? What mathematical equation do you have to do with the 2 and 5 to get 25? Can I just write 2 plus 5? No, that's 7. Can I write 2 into 5? No, that's 10. So what do you have to do with the 2 and 5 to get 25? Jorge? Huh?
Square of 5.
I can't hear you louder.
Square of 5.
She's saying square of 5. Right. Okay. Coincidence. Let me give you another number.
Anna,
3 and
2 into 10 plus 5.
okay, correct, Ryan. Now you wait. Okay, another number. 3 and 5. Use 3 and 5 to make 35. Ryan, don't tell. What should you do with this? You can do anything with this. Put plus, put minus, do multiplication, do whatever you want, but get 35.
So 3 into 5, 35.
3 into
3
5.
5 is 15.
3 into 5 is not 35. 3 into 5 is 15. Will that work for everything? That formula? That formula that you said should work for any two-digit number. If I give you 4 and 7 also, I should be able to use that same formula to get 47. So what you said? 4 into 7 plus 20. Will that work here? No. It should work everywhere. But no? Listen, this 3 is tens place, right? So 3 here means 30. Yeah? So here what you do? Multiply a 10 over here. And then add 5. Correct? So 10 into 3 is 30 plus 5. So you can apply the same formula here also. Yes. 10 into 4 is 40 plus 7, 47. Yeah? Do you all understand? So you're multiplying 10 with the tens place. What if it's a three-digit number? Can we apply the same logic? For example, I want to get the number 278 and I'm giving you 2, 7 and 8. What should you do with 2, 7, 8? 2 into 100. 2 is in hundreds place. Plus 10 into 7. 70, no? Plus 8. This will give you the number 278. Right, everyone? Okay, anyway, we don't have three-digit numbers. We have a two-digit number, okay? So, yes. Now, we already know what is tens place and what is units place. Okay? What is a tens place? Tens place is x plus 6. And the ones place is x. So, how do we represent the number? Huh? What is the number? 10 into x plus 6 plus x. You're multiplying 10 with the tens place, tens digit, and just adding the ones place to it. Just like how we did here. 10 into a tens place plus the ones place. Leah, you understood this? Okay, so this is your number. Now coming back to the question.
Equal to 25.
The two-digit number, this is the two-digit number is this one. In a two-digit number, the tens digit is bigger. The product of the digits is 27. And the difference between the two digits is 6. Okay, so we also know this. The product between the two digits is 27. How do we make that as an equation? Product of the two digits means
X plus 6 into x gives you 27 is equal to 27.
wait, what? The product of the digits. See,
X into
this is your tens place, and this is your ones place. The product of these digits is what? 27.
27.
X into x plus 6
X
is
plus
equal
6 is equal to 27.
27. Is that clear, everyone? This is the ones place. This is the tens place. If you multiply those digits, you're getting 27. So we got two equations. Not two equations, only one equation. This is the equation. This is the number. So solve the equation, you will get x, right? Quadratic equation. And then put x over here and you will get the number.
Sir, I got the number. Two numbers I got. One is negative and one is positive.
What is the negative number?
Negative number is -9 and positive is +3.
Okay, so plus 3 will be your answer. So when you put 3 over here, tens place is 3 plus 6, that is 9, and then 3, 93. Right, that's what we got. Okay, the important thing is here, what you learned new is the two-digit number. How do you represent the two-digit number? Okay, there are some more number programs like this where you have a two-digit number. I'll give you one more question. Okay, just write this much down first. What you actually need is only this much for the question.
We remove the 10.
What, Gloria?
If the 10 removed,
I can't understand. Louder?
equation was 10, then bracket x plus 6, then plus x, then where's the 10 in your next equation?
Where is the 10?
Why do we
Just put a camera on, at least I can see your mouth movement and understand something.
no, then your video will pause.
I cannot understand anything you're saying. Your voice is very bad. I mean, something is wrong with your mic. Your voice is not coming properly.
Can you
See,
hear me now?
yeah.
Uh, why do we remove the 10, I'm asking?
Why do we remove the 10?
Yes.
Where?
What is the final equation?
This is the equation. The equation is the product of the two digits is 27. In that, they're not telling about tens place. They're just saying the product of the two digits. For example, 9 into 3 is 27, like that. So
So there
just
is no need to put the 10.
not 10 here. In the number, when we're representing the number in terms of x, we have to put the 10. We have to multiply the 10 with the tens place. Okay. Okay, rejoin the meeting, all of you. Okay, the next question is in 6D, question 7. Again, a different type of question here. Okay, these are all rare questions. Rare meaning like you don't have so many of that type of questions. See, like age questions, we have a lot of them. Speed questions, we have a lot of them. Okay, but like money, is one or two only. Even this two-digit number thing, there's only one I found in the whole chapter. There used to be one more, I can't see it now. Okay, so like these questions are very rare. If they come, you need to know how to do them. So look at the seventh question. It's a speed question, but it's slightly different than the other speed questions. Okay, do you have this question in your book? In mine, it is 6D question 7. Okay, so listen here. The speed of a boat in still water is 15 kilometer per hour. So what do you understand from that? Still water means the water is not moving. It's not a river. It's like a lake or a pond. The water is steady, and there's this boat that's going at a speed of 15 kilometer per hour. Okay. Now this boat, it can go upstream, 30 kilometer upstream, and return downstream to the original point in 4 hours, 30 minutes. Find the speed of the stream. Now if there's a river, then the river is moving. The water is moving at a certain speed. Understand? Now, if you go upstream, can you go faster or slower? If you're going upstream, slower. If you're going downstream,
Lower.
you're faster, right?
Faster.
Okay. So we have a few statements here. We'll take the speed of the river as, what do we have to find? Find the speed of the stream. Okay. Speed of stream. We'll take that as what? X, because that's what we have to find. X kilometer per hour. Then we have speed of the boat. What's the speed of boat? This is the boat in still water. What's the speed?
15 km/h.
Now tell me the speed of the boat upstream and downstream.
30 km.
Why? Upstream and downstream, what will be the speed? That's not speed, that is distance. It can go 30 km upstream and return downstream. 30 km upstream and return back 30 kilometers in 4 hours 30 minutes. That is the total distance. And what I'm asking you is speed of the boat upstream. That's the speed. I'm telling
4 hours 30 minutes, it covers 30 kilometers.
yes, that is the next part. We are still in speed. We have not gone to distance and time yet. We are still in speed. So what is the speed of the boat upstream? Look, the boat is traveling at 15 km/h. Okay. But now suppose there is a stream. Yeah, I mean the
15
stream.
plus x.
Yes, you're right. So listen here. The stream is
15 plus x.
moving at x km/h and the boat is also moving at 15 km/h on that stream. So what will be the speed downstream? Boat is moving
15 minus x.
downstream. Down means from top to down, downstream. Downstream will be how much? 15 plus x. Just imagine x is
15 plus x.
or x is 2. That means the stream is moving at 2 km/h. Okay. And now if the boat is going on top of it at 15 km/h, what will be the actual speed of the boat? It will be 17 because the water is also taking the boat along, no? So downstream will be 17 km/h. And now what will be the speed upstream? So the stream is moving at 2, the boat is moving at 15. So what will be the actual speed of the boat?
17 km/h.
Ahmed, you're saying everything ulta. Okay? I'm saying if the boat is going upstream now, against the water is slowing it down. 15 minus 2, that will be 13 km/h.
15 minus x.
Is that clear, everyone? So tell me, what is the speed of the boat
Yes, sir.
upstream? 15 minus, not 2 here, it is
X.
15 minus x
X.
km/h. And the speed downstream will be
15 plus x.
plus
15 plus x.
km. Is that clear, everyone? Okay. Now we'll write down distance and all that. Okay. So what is the total distance?
30 kilometers.
30 kilometers upstream, or is it downstream also? 30 up and down, or only one way? See, that depends on the question. You have to understand carefully. It can go 30 kilometers upstream and return downstream to the original point. So to me, it sounds like 30 kilometers only upstream, right? What? Okay, let's write it.
60 kilometers.
Yeah. So distance upstream is how much? 30 kilometers. And distance downstream?
30.
Same, 30.
The total distance.
Total distance will be 60 kilometers.
Distance 60 kilometers.
Why none of them joined? Okay. Time. What is this 4 hours 30 minutes? Taken to go up or time taken to go down or total time? Total time. Time to go up and down. Total time is 4 hours 30 minutes. 430 upon 60. That means 1 upon 2. That means 2 fours are 8 plus 1. 9 upon 2 hours. Okay. So we have total time, total distance. Total time is 9 upon 2 hours. Total distance is 60. We have to make an equation using time as usual. So what equation can we make using time? Normally it was time of slow minus time of fast is equal to the difference in time. But here it's not about difference in time. Can we write like this? Time to go upstream plus time to go downstream is equal to 9 upon 2 hours. Does this make sense? Time to go up and down, right? Time to go upstream and time plus the downstream is totally 9 upon 2 hours. Now in
9.2.
time, we can put what? Distance upon speed. So what we can
Time
put
is
in
equal to distance of speed
distance upstream upon speed upstream plus distance downstream up
upon stream
speed
downstream.
downstream is equal to 9 upon 2. Do you understand?
9
Now,
upon 2.
what is the distance upstream? Distance upstream is 30 upon what is the speed upstream? Speed of boat upstream 15 minus x plus distance downstream 30 upon what is the speed downstream? 15 plus x is equal to 9 upon 2. That's your equation. You see that? It was a speed based question, but it was not like the normal speed where you just do time minus time. Here it is time plus time. Most of the time you'll have time minus time whenever they give you the difference. This is faster by 30 minutes. This is faster by 20 minutes. Then you're saying you're doing time minus time. But here it is time upstream plus time downstream is 9 upon 2 hours. Understood, Aman? The time taken to go up and come back is totally 9 upon 2 hours. In place of time, we put the same usual. That is usual. In place of time, we put distance upon speed. Any doubt, anyone?
Sir, in the speed of a boat upstream, we can write x minus 15 also.
In the speed of the what?
Speed of boat upstream.
Upstream is 15 minus x only, no?
We can write as x minus 15 also, no?
You have to write 15 minus x only. What else you'll write? 15 minus x only I wrote, no?
Okay, sir. Yes, so we can write x minus 15 also.
No. X minus 15 will not work. That means then it'll go in negative, no? Because
Yes.
we are assuming that 15 is bigger than x. Okay, so that's your 15 minus x. Okay, note this down. This much statements you have to write just before getting your equation and then solve the equation. Get quadratic, then solve the quadratic. This is long. Okay. Aman, how is it? Difficult, no? What you both are doing behind the book. See here.
Sir, I got minus 4 minus 225 is equal to 0.
Okay, I'm solving it here. You see if you got it right or not, okay? Um, okay. So cross multiplication. So the denominator is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. So instead of doing binomial into binomial, you can directly write 15 square minus x square. Right, a square minus b square.
I sent it to you.
Sir,
Sorry.
it will come plus 450, no?
Yeah, plus, sorry. This is not writing properly. All my attention is going in that only. It's taking time, I don't know. Okay, so here you will cut plus 30x minus 30x and then cross multiply. So 2 into 450 plus 450, that is 2 into 900 is equal to 9 into 225 minus x square. So that's 1800 is equal to what is 225 to 9?
2025 minus 9x square.
2025 minus 9x square. Or what
So
you
we
can
can, we will
listen,
minus
better
2
than that.
and take
Wait. Better than that, take this 9 on the left side. Instead of multiplying 9 over there, okay? So you have 2 into 900 divided by 9 is equal to 225 minus x square. See what you already multiplied with 9 and then you divided also with 9, no? Okay, so here itself, instead of multiplying and then dividing, take the 9 on the other side. Okay, so that becomes
only multiplied.
only multiply. Then the quadratic equation you have to divide also, not to make it smaller.
Yeah.
So x square minus, there is x. There's no x term, only x square and number.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so taking the x square on the left, you'll have x square is equal to 225, and this 200 if you take on the right, it's minus 200. So x square is equal to 25. Okay, x square. Therefore, x is equal to plus or minus 5. Plus or minus 5. Okay. Now, what is this question? Speed of the boat. Speed of the boat cannot be negative. No, sorry, speed of the stream, no? Yeah, so therefore we take speed of the stream as plus 5. That's your answer. So that's your final answer.
Yes, I got correct.
Okay. All right.